Hello, hello. Oh, we got a lot of people. Hi, Kasha, Little Dev, Fairy Falls, Hoot 3, Lacey, hey, love. I ain't seen you in a long time. How's everybody? I feel like shit, y'all. I woke up sick as fuck. Like, I don't know. I've never felt like this. Maybe the big C word. I don't know. But I was puking, so I think it might be food poisoning. Yay. I wouldn't even want to come live, but I wasn't doing that. Can everybody hear me? Your fairy floss. Yeah, nobody, Sharon never remembers that fairy floss. Yeah, well, Deb, I don't feel good at all. At all. I've literally been in bed all day just laying here. Except for when I puke and my gut's all fucked up and okay, good. We're gonna pick up where we left off last night, talking about some of the old stuff as shares. Yeah, a story. You gonna come up here and tell it, Fairy Floss? Fairy Floss, you need to put in parentheses beside your name, Fairy Floss. Yeah, I got something going on, Lacey. I can feel I got a fever and I'm just not feeling it. I'm not hungry. I'm having cold sweats. I'm puking. I just don't feel good. Yesterday was fine. I woke up though. Oh my god, that's horrible, Fairy Floss. I know who Robbie Williams is actually. Like, I don't met him or not, but I know who he is. Is any part of that group take that or something like that? That's how I felt right. That's how I feel right now, Lacey. I feel horrible. I do. No, Lord Deb, I'm gonna tough this out. Oh my god, that's horrible, Fairy Floss. I knew what you meant, Lord Deb. You're good, love. I wish I was lotto cotton. It'd be nice to get some lotto, wouldn't it? You're sick too, Hoot 3? I don't know what it is. I got a broke toe too. But my toe's good. It's toeing. Who would think it stump a toe and it breaks, motherfucker, and it hurts so bad? All right, I'm gonna get to this. We'll stop here and there and chat.
About as far as summer and having inheritance or anything like that. I have no clue.
I wonder if the grandfather had put it in
Okay, so this is exactly where we left off last night.
a trust where Candace couldn't touch it, and only Summer could touch it once she turned 21.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Another reason.
Yeah, I would say that'd be why. If it's even real. I mean, who knows? Things get tossed around and started up, and there's no it.
And I did ask Cher about the inheritance money thing, and she had forgot about it herself. She said she's going to look into it, so maybe we'll hear something about that.
Evidence of it at all.
Yeah, well, even the other sister that's still alive says, and kind of doesn't like, said that Grandpa really favored Rose and Summer, and those happen to be the two people that are missing. Can we? What's the other sister? involved in Rose's.
Very false. This is some of the very first. Like this is before the whales got the boys taken. They still had the boys at this point. It's good to listen.
Disappearance. Did Candace and the other sister do something to
Do we know
Rose?
the other sister's name?
I don't.
No. That's okay. Was Candace's was Kenneth's other daughter involved in Rose's? Oh crap! Was a whole heap of cards that just jumped out in Rose's disappearance. 6 of Pentacles. That's a no.
That's a little different than I heard, Tasha, but yeah, you are right. He was left that house from his mom or dad, but it was left to Dawn. But there's something Candace's father, not Dawn's family,
Yeah, it's
left.
Candace's side.
Yep.
Did they leave anything to the boys? I heard that they did. It was for all 3 kids, but or all the children.
Yeah, I'm sure there's different
I don't
names
know.
left for, yeah.
Like I said, we don't even know if there is an inheritance or anything.
Yeah, that's tough.
I haven't yet to see any proof of that.
Do you think Candace doesn't get along with other women, and that's why maybe she wanted to have another boy or have all boys instead of having Candace around?
Maybe. Well, she was friends with Allie.
Yeah,
So,
But
I don't know.
look,
She thought-
yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I was gonna-
I'm pretty sure and I thought the same thing.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we thought the same thing.
Mhm.
She thought she was the pretty one in that friendship. Is that right? I'm just gonna say that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Is Hun-
We're going
can we
home.
ask if Hunter's involved?
Did
I think we
earlier,
did, and they said yes.
Yeah. The cards did say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ginger. I mean, I'm just being honest. Yeah. $65 more, and Cooter is beardless and will look like him.
Yeah, and then we can see who looks younger.
Oh, good point.
I think Cooter will look younger because he doesn't have the gray going on like I do.
I got some gray in my beard. I mean,
He
that
does
counts.
not believe me. He thinks because he has gray, he looks old. But I mean, like, people pay a lot of money for this hair color in a salon.
Women do, men don't.
Men do, because being
Yes, they
like
do.
a silver fox is a thing. Yes.
Show me a picture of a guy in
Mhm.
his 20s with gray hair
Okay.
intentionally.
Let me
One.
Google it.
Let me Google it.
Right. Google it.
Nobody does this shit. I see women do it. I don't see men don't dye
Men,
their hair.
Yeah.
they do.
My
Very often.
dad in his 30s was natural
Salt
white
and
silver
pepper.
hair.
Yeah, I started going gray in my 20s.
Yeah, me too, a little bit.
Oh, see?
Okay, how old is he?
Uh,
These guys are all old. It's George Clooney, Ben Affleck. They're older than me. Victory!
I don't know.
Oh, look, there's a picture of Moses. Yeah.
Wait. No, look at, here we go. Look at,
Oh, gosh.
he's like 20.
Here you go. One guy.
Here's another. He's like 20. Well, oh, here we go.
A
Look
bunch
at
of crazy guys.
But they're young. Look at that. Look at, I'm finding them now. He can't even lie now. Can't even deny it.
Mm, mm.
Booyah.
Oh yeah, there are a few. There's some that will do mohawks, some that will shave their head bald, some that will dye their hair blue. Like obviously, yeah, but I'm saying it's not
Blue.
generally a goal for men to intentionally look older.
It was their goal, and they did it, and they were like 20.
Yeah, but that's not typical. Oh, Jojo. nice.
Jojo!
Oh.
$55 more. Cooter is baby-faced.
Thank you, JoJo. Don't get too excited now. We're not quite there yet.
Getting there though.
I'm not ending this live stream until we get $55 more dollars.
She'll go all
I'll
down.
go all night. No, I won't.
She talks big. Listen to her.
Mhm.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, we're getting closer though. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, either way, we're getting a little bit more to send to the Churchill Rescue Squad, so that's good.
Yeah, that's what matters.
They are having problems. We got mad problems.
Candace and Donald, or they? I don't see the chat. Who's got problems? I know I got a lot of problems just by myself. But
We, all-
thinking I don't have any kids.
we lost Tammy again.
Yep. Oh,
There she is. Do the boys know what happened to Summer? I can't remember if we asked that, but Ginger's face was asking.
and someone else, I think, if they saw anything.
Is Candace in love with H?
Oh, God.
All right, so I asked
Well,
questions.
some pictures
gosh.
I've seen are a little questionable.
Yeah, and some videos on TikTok. Yeah. But did the boys know what had happened to Summer and that's Pinnacle? So that's no.
Yeah, I don't
What was
know.
the question that you asked, Peter? If
Was Candace and H in a relationship
I think we had a yes with that before. There was some-
or intimate relationship or?
was Candace and Hate intimate? Oh, we got the King of Swords there. Swords is no. But my eyes
Mhm.
seem to beg to differ.
Jalen, it is bizarre and something weird when he was talking to that guy. I can't say his S's.
Oh yeah. Although when yeah, I can't remember his name. But when H was explaining it, saying he just wanted to get out of the house and he asked if he could tag along, it did make more sense.
He also kept talking about I was hanging with my girl. I was hanging with my girl, but you weren't. You were with Candace and her mom and stuff. And he was like, so. But he's never mentioned what his girlfriend's name is. But he has a girlfriend. But I could see maybe he doesn't want her dragged in there or anything. But you could say any name. Like you could get like you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
talking about the June 15th. Well, you know, I was with my girl. Who's your girl then? Candace Senior? Like I don't know. Was Summer your girlfriend? Like I don't know what he means. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I do get weird.
Well, Chris McDonough got obviously wrong. She thought her name was Leslie too or not, but apparently it's not Leslie either. So I understand they want to keep it quiet for being a minor, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It is weird, Dalen.
Is
Summer in
Summer
Tennessee.
Well, the card just jumped out. 6 of Wands, so yes.
Yes. Yes.
So she is in Tennessee somewhere.
Do you guys think she's within a mile of the property? You think she's close by?
I don't think so, because they searched and searched and searched all around.
Yeah.
They would have found something. I mean, even if they just dumped her body and animals got to her, there'd be remains. I would have thought they'd find something. But I don't know if they've actually searched around the swimming hole in that before. But I think they were going to do that this weekend.
Would have been awesome if they had the YouTube content creator Adventures with Purpose, since they specialize in stuff like that.
Yeah, Adventures with Purpose. Yeah.
It's okay, Jada. Good to see you, love. We just really started. I've not heard that fairy false about him having a baby. She does, Lacey. Yes, she does. I agree. Like here, she didn't even have her teeth yet. Her new teeth. Hey, Wondering Hearts and Heather Mac. Hello.
They're a good crew.
Do you think there'll be a confession soon? Yeah, ask the cards that, because I think somebody's going to flip real quick.
Is there going to be a confession anytime soon?
Flip to help themselves.
6 of Wands, yes.
Is it going to be Don that flips?
My opinion, I think it would be Candace.
I think it's going to be Don. He has the lengthier record.
Yeah.
And all for child abuse as well, and abuse and domestics.
So will Don confess? Higher priestess. Sorry, lead
Rat her out on hold if you're watching. Rat her out.
You want a Pentacles, so it's not going to be Don.
Not going to be Don?
Don won't confess, no. Don might help, because it seems like Candace is the one who did it.
That's
So
what I think.
if Don actually finds out some truth, he might just take it right to the cops.
$55 more to see Cooter Brown with no beard.
Mm-hmm.
Probably near a gas station. Ooh. The Nan probably will tell all. The Nan?
Grandma.
If they can get a detective up to her, she talks to the local police department up there in Wisconsin. It's just weird she took off so quickly.
All right. Was Robin good to Summer? I just seen that question. So. The 6 of Swords. So that's a no.
Yeah, true, Emery. I guess that's true.
Well, I mean, if you find out your wife murdered your daughter, I think that might go out the window too.
Yeah, Dalen, that was so I noticed that and I kept that to myself until other people kept bringing it up too. But it is something I picked up on, that she kept rubbing Robin's breasts. And okay, I more think that yeah, I noticed she didn't do anything about it, but I think she was more like sometimes those church ladies aren't allowed to like unfocus. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still staring off and they're singing, and yeah, they're picking up, Summer running around, but they still really don't really like steer off from looking forward and singing. Does that make sense? I don't know if that was intentional, but it was something I picked up on.
Hey, Mia.
Mia, you want to see Cooter with no beard? We're trying to raise $55 more. Amberly, the church being involved, she got a no for. We asked that a little bit earlier and it said no. Yeah, poor baby.
Someone had asked if Don was having an affair on his big cake.
Yes. Well, he says no. The whole incident when the cops came in October and he got arrested for a night or whatever, and then Candace took out the order of protection. Don and Candace were on the phone, and so Candace heard a girl giggle, and this is from Don's mouth. Candace thought I was cheating on her because she heard a girl laughing in the background. So she then had the man come over, and he said he drove home, saw the shoes out on the deck or whatever, and we all know now that was Allie's buddy or boyfriend or whatever that Candace was seeing.
Juan or
whatever
Jose.
his name was, Jose. And yeah, that happened. So I don't know. He said he wasn't.
Two cards just jumped out and they're both swords. Swords is no. So
what was the question?
It's down to you.
Oh, yeah,
Hi, Mia.
Really,
Oh,
Emery?
Mattis is very vocal. What are you not doing?
Yeah. Matthias, come here. Oh,
Will Summer be found within a month? Maybe.
I think she should be found if I can hope next week.
will Summer be found within a month? Oh, I got the hangman again, so I have to draw that. 10 of Cups. Cups is yes. Oh, crap. And in asking that, have a look at the picture. It's like two people celebrating, like.
Looking up into heaven?
Yeah.
Dang. Decent.
Why you do that, honey? You guys, he has his tags now. He's official. We own you.
There's a comment in chat that says they said reading psychic predictions were illegal.
Yes.
I don't know what kind.
Their church
what
is
is
against psychics and stuff.
Oh,
They think it's
so
evil. Yeah, they
the
do.
Wells have said that.
John
Okay.
says he believes in people that have dreams about what happened, but not psychics and stuff. And yes, part of the SDA religion is very against psychics and tarot card reading. So that's why I asked you on.
Yeah, I was gonna say because geez, like I've got my own business, so illegal wouldn't
I
have
got
been
an
jail.
idea. Let's do this.
Is there any chance that Summer will be found alive? Oh,
$55 more for Cooter to lose his beard.
6 of Pentacles, no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of dogs we use. No, we can't go walk on the keyboard, honey.
Hi, Maya.
That was Dad. Said more, please. More kisses.
Aw.
It's the most loving cat.
For real, he's so. He'll get annoyed of us or a little hot.
He's so happy you
jump
took
away from
him.
us. That's what I think. I think he's so happy
Yeah.
that he's out of that place. We kept telling him, "We're gonna come back for you. We're gonna come back for you."
Oh, actually, that 100% she was lying. Her initial 911 call, she said she was out for a walk. I mean, that's what the police were saying.
And then she's saying the police lie. She would never go out for a walk. So
Yeah, so why would they even mention that? It doesn't make any sense. And I was
Okay.
on a dispatch call, so there's
Can
no
we-
reason for them to make stuff up.
can we in the next 20 minutes raise $55? So Cooter, shave that beard. Shave that beard. Shave that beard.
It's not looking good so far.
We should have had both of you on that day. Get it?
Yeah, that would have made it better.
Yeah.
I'll highlight that for a bit for
There you
anyone coming in.
Yep, her
Hey,
into the mic.
no, not the mic.
Not the mic. Dad says not the mic.
Oh.
Can I have my earbud back?
Yeah, that stupid
That
thing
was
on
funny.
the,
You could hear him purring.
adapter screw.
No. Oh,
No,
he's
I'm
about to
sorry.
jump on your back.
Makes it kind of sit up there.
Oh yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to hold on.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see the cat right now. He wants to be on his dad. There we go. How close can I get with her?
What's your guys' opinion why they shaved Summer's head? You think it has to do with like take some fleas or whatever? Or?
I don't
think-
think it was the license, but I
I
think,
think
she
it was a
liked
punishment.
I do too. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
she
don't
liked
think it
it.
was a punishment.
Um,
So, like,
What do y'all think about the reason they shaved her head? Lacey, I used to think that it was an accident cover up deal, you know, and now I'm kind of with you, love. I think somebody took her and she's alive, but good things aren't happening to her. And that's fucking horrible. Which I pray good things are happening to her, but I just don't see it. I think somebody took her. Where her scent stopped at the end of the driveway. That's for over 2 years I was saying it was an accident cover up. But since Candace started hanging out with Daisy more and he started seeing more and this and that, it just no, I think she passed out. Your head got shaved. I could see them having lice. I could. Poor little baby girl. Couldn't even be a little girl. I'm just sick of Andrew's fucking exploiting his son and grandchild like that. Oh, I bet Lacey being a little girl. Yeah. Hey, Unc. Hey, bro. How you doing? It's good to see you. We're just going over some old stuff of shares on Summer. There's a lot of it. I don't know if y'all want to go through the majority of it or like I'm going to get to the where he first came on her panel and stuff. We're going to play that. And I do have a recording that I got permission to share from Share. I put a little clip out on my short story things that Dawn talking about 50K and children, and I got the whole recording. Would y'all want to listen to that after this video or? It's true, Jada. You know, them boy or the girls do cut their hair. Yeah, we can definitely listen to that recording if y'all want to. I think Sherry might have played it. I'm not sure. I'm glad you stopped by, Unc. It's good to see you, bro. For real, hope you and wifey and kiddos are all good and getting ready for the holidays. Unc's a good dude. There ain't many good dudes on here, but Unc's one of them. He's one of the most respectful men to not only everybody else, but his family. And I love that about men that put their family first like that. Good job, Unc. You're a good one, bro. For real. Uncle Will, he's a good one. He's like a brother to me. There's not very many when you get to thinking about it. Me, I don't hear that's good. That are like married or in a relationship or yeah, they're not good. See, Lacey, I think Candace knows. I don't think Dawn knows. I think Dawn's telling the truth. He was at work, and to the beginning of the live yesterday, I think it was. It told about him coming home, and you listen to whatever you want. I mean, I can put it out like on a little video too later. I hate having to go in and fix long videos like that. It's like 16 minutes, 13 minutes. Oh, you're welcome, and thank you. Oh, you're one of my faves. We go way back. Me and Unc go way back to when we very first came to YouTube, really, I believe. I don't think he has any inclination, Lacey. I think that he is only believing what Candace is telling him. Candace is lying to him, in my opinion. That's what I feel. I feel between the swimming hole and time they got to the hill, something happened. Something happened. And I think Candace was getting fucked up or something, and she wasn't paying attention. And Summer walked to the end of the driveway and somebody got her. Because that area is very saturated with SAers, predators, ROs, registered offenders and shit. That area is saturated. And someone could have seen her. It could have just been, I said this yesterday, I believe. Bad timing for Summer, wrong place, wrong time. She wandered off, just, fucking around and being a kid. You think Candace is really smart enough to sell her, though, Lacey? See, I don't give Candace that much credit. I don't think she's ballsy enough to do that. I think she got fucked up and then Summer wandered off. I don't think Dawn knows anything but what Candace is telling her. And I think Candace and Grandis is the only ones that know, and they will take it to their grave. What happened to that baby? Or where she's at. Or Candace, whoever the Candace fan, make her tell where's Summer. Where the fuck is Summer? This has been over 2 years. Next year when it's been 3 years, it'll be considered a code case. Code cases are 3 years and older. We can't let that baby go cold. There's no fucking way, y'all. We can't. This bullshit needs to stop with Summer, and we need to, if that baby's alive, we need to get her and get her some therapy or whatever. If something happened, we need to get her and lay her to rest. Let that baby have some kind of peace for the rest of her life because she's already went through hell, whatever she's at. Right, Lacey, right. Little monkey bun, yeah. That Wandra or whatever the fuck. Right, Lacey, I think she fell asleep or something, like passed out or, because it is exhausting when it's in the heat like that and swimming and running around doing errands. And yeah, I think she went home and passed out on top of substances, in my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion. Right, you can't never get answers out of Dawn. Cher's fed up with him too. Y'all probably noticed she's done with him, and she's like, "Fuck this." There's a lot of us, that's. I'll still say Dawn's innocent on Summer. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's done horrible shit and he's passed. But I don't believe he has anything to do with Summer's disappearance. Nothing. He's just leaving his wife like any husband should. And it's fucked up. She knows. She absolutely fucking knows. And so does Grandis, in my opinion. Why did she leave so soon? She left within the first week, sometimes in there, and went to where's she at, Wisconsin now or Arkansas? I don't know where she's at. I don't think Dawn knows. Oh, she would probably love Australia, Fairy Floss. Shit, I'm coming with her. Fuck America. Jaded, me too. I do. I could see it being a cover-up accident. Cause I don't know, there's something about that milk picture. I don't care what anybody says. That shit's cold. Cold. And the babies and their sensitive skin. She was 5, but still, she was a baby to me. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Don, he's Don. I believe he loved Summer. I think he protected her the best he could. I think she was a daddy's girl. Candace was jealous of her. Candace got like 7 kids and don't have none of them. That's really fucking telling to me. Bingo, Lacey, that's what I think. He would have, and the way he has his fits, like cussing people out on panel and calling them names and insulting them and stuff, he would have done let something slip. He would have. Especially many times he, I think Don Lacey, I think he does know deep down in his heart that she knows, but he don't want it to be reality. You know what I mean? Hey, High Priestess. Hey, love. How are you? We just picked up where we left off last night. Oh, hey, High Priestess. You wasn't on here. It was at the end of the show last night. In this live right here, Cher is talking about an inheritance from Candace's father that Summer was supposed to get. Remember, you were talking about Candace and Grandis getting money. Remember that? Yep, like very early in the live last night. And then in this one, whenever we got to this, Cher started talking about inheritance money from Candace's father, and Summer was the beneficiary or something like that. Yeah, see, money. See, as soon as I heard Cher start talking about that inheritance, I was like, High Priestess, talk about money. She ran away with the money. That it's got to be a coincidence. I mean, not a coincidence because I don't really believe in coincidences, but it was wild because you were just talking about it, and then bam, here's this money that they were getting. Money. Little Summer was supposed to got that money, an inheritance from her papa, and she disappeared. Here, hold on here. Let me see if I can. It's in this live right here that I'm watching. 2:10. Okay, let me see here. Cher talks about it a lot in this live.
Because it's a major account, I'm going to put it down and I'll draw like the next card. But in saying that, that's it. Yeah. So you got the Pentacles.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys, the cameras, which is a no. It wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's true then? Maybe Candace was jealous of her daughter, and
I think that's
Don-
why she had her head shaved. Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
He talks a lot about the Bible
Yes.
and
It was
the
a
hair being
punishment.
women's strength and how a man can control hair, especially if going along with, I believe there was sexual abuse going on. And with that, I think there was, yes, jealousy with Candace.
Yeah.
It's a sick, weird thing, but
Yes.
you guys, it just.
What you really can and can't say, but me, I'm picking up from, it's not just one, got no shirt.
trying to-
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, that's who I picked up, was the boy with no shirt. And I
Lesbian, yeah, because he puts himself alone with Summer for a little while. Grandma ran in here, I was alone with Summer. They both ran in here, I was alone with Summer.
and see, I know that a lot of people are saying something really pick up that he knows the rest.
What again? Love to throw statistics out there, Don, and so I'm going with statistics. Less than 5% of abducted children are from a stranger. It's not. Why did I do that? Hey, Deanna.
How are y'all?
Just a second. Let's see if I can find that for you, High Priestess,
Hey,
and just play a little bit of
I
it.
guess while we're waiting, because you
Just
for issues.
yeah, I
Yes,
just said, I
you're
mean,
right.
all we can really do is just ignore it because they're gonna look stupid, you know. So it's fine.
Should be close.
It's probably
I mean,
pretty cool. I
Then
read,
you know, do you
I
know
read
Candy?
tarot,
Then
so yeah.
I forget that you do that. I don't know why, because I know we've talked. It's dark. I live an hour away. Right away. I'm assuming they wouldn't tell public right away, but
so I think they know have an
Yeah.
idea of direction they're going. Whatever.
and some will think I'm wrong for just like saying that, but I lived that, and I feel like I know the signs.
Stuff. So it's very real.
But like me, I was called a social butterfly, but I was getting hurt. Sometimes the way she was like hanging on Robin and child trafficking from different states or parts of the world, how it works. But no, they are their own organization. And anyone, like when these YouTubers are doing this, I mean, for review in Minnesota, I'm a mandated people going onto the property there of the Wellses and everything. So the kids are kind of in danger at this point from crazies all over the internet.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah,
Chair.
there was a case in Orlando where a husband and wife, they used to be CPS intakers or whatever. How the house was very appropriate. I think aren't they very understaffed too and underfunded?
Yeah. Okay, so I have this one friend. She got in a very bad yes. They adopted her children out. Well, she seems they do good, but
Usually I was curious on what happened to this poor little boy when
And it people immediately take them
yep.
if there's
That's why
One
sometimes
second.
right,
Yeah.
a lot of times I've just heard too many bad stories and seen some horrible things with my own friends that I just don't really trust it.
there's another YouTube channel that's been following the Orson West case. Shoot, I can't. Then whatever they get from porn. I think the YouTuber's name's like Bradshaw or something.
It's very hopeful, but I think we maybe heard some things in interviews and stuff that could give us a little more more signs. Like there is a lot of talk about possibly she was sold. Like I was saying before, if she knew CPS was coming, it's possible it's possible she got hurt or something if it wasn't an accident, because again, she could talk, right? Maybe the boys weren't being abused, so, but she could talk and being a little girl. And I'm sorry, but the record from his own female family, I mean, it doesn't look good. I see red flags as well. So it's either that or they have her hiding, again, for what I don't think would be good reasons, because she's the girl and they're trying to outsmart CPS, or I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, I'm in the boat that she's gone, but they keep talking statistics, and that's why I feel that way. But I have a little bit of hope with how they talk that maybe she is being held somewhere.
Yeah, it's interesting how he says a lot of past tense stuff. And do you guys still kind of lean towards maybe church member? Might know what happened to a little before summer.
That's how I feel. I feel that way.
Let's see. There's Robin. What's the David?
So
no, that's definitely true. It's not
reading what Dawn writes and her show defending the family, but I made it clear what you said, Tammy. I think I made it clear that I think the family is involved. They called 911, then they called him right away, and he got there immediately. And when he got there, helicopters were going, the dogs were out, and everything. Right? He said, but Summer's missing. I dropped everything I was. Robin, sorry, the pastor or the Sunday school teacher.
Like her own little kids, like
everything she was doing, and got there immediately. Him.
Yeah. Well,
it was David who said that she was unavailable, and then all of a sudden she was like, "Yeah, I was at a child's recital." Or I feel like I would say,
right,
in the places and yeah, no problem.
To something happening after, and I kind of think she was okay maybe when she got home, but I don't know if I feel weird about her sleeping on ice cold milk. I have kids. We've had hot days. We've been grocery shopping about milk. Never have they ever slept on ice cold milk. I've held like maybe a week ago when we went to Walmart grocery shopping. I took his cold milk and held it to my face for a second, and the shit is cold, ice cold. It's not comfortable. I just don't really know what to make of that. But also, I don't know exactly when that was. That could have been 2 hours after the swimming hole. Like we don't know, right? There's time missing that we're not getting told about. Obviously, the sidekick who had said she had saw that Chase.
Are you guys familiar? I don't know her last name. Yes.
Kate. I think she's onto something. I'm hoping she found something if the search party didn't. But she said she already did go to. She told them about this turn on the road, and she even
possible because she heard the what Bonnie's saying or not, just making sense or something running off. I mean,
maybe scares them from that. But then again, there's something that makes me feel unsettled, which is there's a lot.
I mean, was that actually cold milk, or do we even know that?
I guess I don't know. I know people were asking about the dates. I'm not sure. We'll find anything that says they're legally married, and she goes, "I, not Wells." So I don't think that they're legally married. No.
Yeah, isn't there like almost every state has a law after you what's common?
What if they knew Summer had signs of abuse? They hid her from CPS. That's what I was kind of thinking, Dalen. That gives me a little bit of hope. Like CPS was supposed to be there that day, and it's funny because Dawn took the boys supposedly to work with him that day, and then they were hiding out because I thought it was weird if they had to wait 20 minutes for a prescription at Walgreens, right? So that
well, isn't the swimming hole they go to near the house?
I think this one was like 30 minutes away or something. It was closer to Allie's house, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
where they were doing errands.
Okay.
And I believe when Mr. Scher did the routing, it was like.
Yeah, well, it's closer to the pharmacy and the general area where they were at, so that's why they decided to go swimming at Warrior Stables Park or something. I believe Chris McDonough's doing an interview at the Warrior Park Stable with Candace and scheduled for tomorrow.
Yep. First of all, I would assume not let them be doing these kind of interviews, and they're asking Candace to go take a third lie detector test. So he's gonna get that guy.
So evidence and everything that's coming back definitely point the fingers at the parent. Utah, it's more some of the things happen or why you might have the police record he does. It's definitely a poverty place. I think a lot of this would tie in.
I said I'm around, but she doesn't. It's weird how she says it. Like what things? Beating her up? Like what are you talking about? So yeah,
right, yeah.
That, but we will time you out if you keep attacking other people and bringing up what happened in another creator's channel. That's not what we're here about. That's none of our business. So please stop.
And please
that's all I'm
email me and
asking.
text me while I'm live and say I got timed out or blah blah blah, because the mods that I have, I trust them. If they're timing you out, they know rules because we go over rules all the time privately as well. What's acceptable in the chats and stuff. So if they
but I think some comments have been deleted just because medicine. So I'm just
no, he doesn't need that shit.
Again, I'm here in Southern Florida. It's hot. Let's see.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We ended up hitting the mark anyway, but
yeah, that was cool. And she'll do that. Everything is going towards Churchill search and rescue and help out with.
Yeah, it's shaved it off because
keeping track.
But they can use it for other missing children also.
Search, Tennessee is number 2 in all of the so I guess call it a charity fundraiser for men. About the same.
Yeah, it was about 13 months.
Thank you, Dalen. Thank you, Seth.
Is the goal?
Go for more of a. I'm studying there, like helping these guys out. And
Mr. Sheriff had his shaved off. I was like, oh my god, yes.
Usually, if a person has a long beard like this, it's usually significant and important to them. They just don't grow them just to grow them for fashion or anything. It's usually they like the look or a meaning or something behind it for them.
Did you say your meaning? Why
Thank you, Tasha.
Yeah. So that's time I grow again. Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful thing. You can always grow.
So I can't remember. We did something like this before where we donated. I like rhyme if we did.
Because of all the fees that will be taken out.
Yeah, YouTube takes I think 30.
But I do have.
Yeah, with
Dalen. It sucks that we even have to like whatever. But I just wanted to put out there because I did have a couple people reach out to prove it. I had a Cooter's beard.
Yeah.
Stealing.
Oh, you're
thanks.
Nelly and Eliza.
Yeah. Are you guys
Oh,
familiar
Lord.
with Cooter Brown or how this came to be to the name on the Mason-Dixon line and just think
Pick for the hospital.
EQ search.
Yeah.
Or you could donate to the reward.
I know absolutely nothing about really, I've just heard about the case and her being missing and whatnot. But there is this that this here is what I printed out. Now, I don't know if you guys can see no, I don't believe she is alive. Right, the next one was it?
A sick, weird thing, but you
Yes.
guys, it just,
In all honesty, that was something else actually that I picked up, and unless anyone said it, I didn't really want to say it, because I don't know, what you really can and can't say, but from what I'm picking up, it's, yeah.
help Summer and find Summer, really.
So Ginger asked, did her mum kill her? And I got,
But that little river or swimming hole and stuff isn't very far away.
but I'm sure that
The lovers.
them being lovers, or I can also, maybe there was, something happening, and
Maybe she never even told the boys to watch, and we'll find that out later because I have no doubt the boys are being questioned.
Yeah.
She's a psychic who's on
Mhm.
in Tennessee right now. And then Summer, there's half of Summer in the picture, and she's wearing a blue sundress. Has anyone seen that picture?
this is the first time hearing about it.
God, it's driving me nuts because I saw it, and it's one of the ones that people are saying Candace deleted things or whatever, and that left. I mean, I don't know if that part's true, but it is true that he left, right? Where it is, he got a call, was not happy with what he heard because they're looking into Candace more. He got upset with Candace and then left. And I heard he is like he blames her for why the boys were taken or whatever. But then he backtracked and said, well, it's YouTube's fault or whatever. Although he's still doing all of the damn interviews all over
Yeah.
YouTube, realistic, and especially with the rural area that they're in, we may not ever find traces of them.
Yeah.
I know that sucks to say, but I don't know.
Well, in so many ways, this kind of reminds me of the Morphew case.
Yes.
It sounds like with Barry, they got a lot of circumstantial evidence against him. I kind of wonder if TBI and
Now that was posted at 6:06. That doesn't mean it was taken then either.
that's
Kind of
So
same
to
goes for everyone
Kuda?
else.
She actually went missing then. If we're going to go by that, it's just the days she's posting.
Yep.
did
same
not
here.
go missing before. That's the Queen of Wands.
Queen of
Yeah,
maybe
the day before,
the day
2 days
before.
before.
We don't know when those pictures and that videos were taken.
Mhm.
yeah, it's I don't know. People just don't die and shit's weird. It just something's not right. It's like with the West case too and Suzanne Morphew. It's just people just don't disappear. Something happens, and usually the statistics go back to a family member or someone that knows them well or within their circle.
Tiger Girl, I don't believe one word Ali said. Maybe there's one word or two that she said that was truthful. I
Yeah,
believe
she
nothing
said
that
a lot.
I literally believe no one, and all of these people are suspects.
Right, is Summer in some sort of bag? From love.
She worked on where the child was thrown in the garbage bag.
If you want to see me,
It's good because it's sometimes we miss things and we get sidetracked.
That's as bad as the oil tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house, like did they not search all around the house and everything?
believe the grids they form or the grass.
Well, the septic tank's buried in the ground, so they would have to dig it up.
Come here, come here.
Yeah, that won't be.
Sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to find this where she talks about that inheritance. But now they're talking about a septic tank in the ground. Do y'all remember the very beginning? They wanted to dig up Candace and Dawn's yard on the hill, and Candace would not let them. Don't forget that. Did we miss it, High Priestess? It's in this live somewhere. Let's see here.
That said, Don had to go ask a couple people that were putting tents on his property to leave. A couple of guys, and I guess it didn't go over what Don was calling about and telling Candace.
Like that did happen, or on a court docket where she has to go to court. I mean, why hasn't some of this information came out before? It makes me wonder. You know, if you got a court hearing,
Yeah.
it just.
Just say, I wondered if she's on the property. Like,
I thought it was interesting. Hunter wouldn't want to go back with his dad, but maybe it's nothing. You know, I guess the dad was like, well, we're gonna get the answers out of him and get the reward money. I didn't like how Hunter was throwing Candace and Don under the bus right away. Anyways, had to keep looking at Mom for answers. The guy even told him like, no, don't look for Mom for answer. You answer. I'm asking you.
With CPS in America, do they come out after? Like, so in Australia, if it's like they come out in America later than.
No, that's what I was telling him the other day. That's why they could know when to judge, because if they are out of the house, I think they were gone until maybe like 5:30. Like Dawn had taken the boys that day to work, and a part of me wondered, were they just all hanging out at the church that day because the churches are home free? I've been hidden in a church before in the basement of.
So how are they going to come out if?
Asked, were they supposed to come out that day? CPS to get like a missing person. There's been news reporters. I'm sure half the people that it was already set to happen.
So the children did get moved.
Yes.
Does that mean something's coming and the police do know more than what they're leading on?
that's what I'm thinking.
Did will Candace get arrested for murder? Did you? Yeah, you didn't do that one yet.
No.
Weirdo. Hey.
Hey, Megan.
All right. Oh shit. Okay, so will Candace get arrested? 2 or 1, so that's a yes. And that's possibly why they might have removed kids, because they're cracking in on.
Was
That-
Candace having an inappropriate thing with H?
Ooh.
So you want to ask that?
Yep. I mean, you can answer it. I already have my answer because the whole thing
Yeah.
is inappropriate.
High Priestess, I don't think she's buried either, but it's just, yeah, that would be something. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, one card jumped out.
No, she was
Well,
buying him cigarettes.
Yeah.
Card, spot on with what you're feeling, or
Yep.
both of you
Yep.
are
Thank
at the
you.
same time? That'd be some shit.
Because when they jump out at you when you're shuffling them, and they really jump.
Question that's not been questioned in the media or anything. I'm curious. Did Candace's dad, did Kenneth Bly pass away naturally?
Did Kenneth Bly? Okay, I don't know.
Here we go, High Priestess. I found it. I found it. You can intercept or whatever. I can't say that. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. You want me to slow it down? I'm going to play through this here. I'll finish playing through this because it's close to where we stopped.
Know anything about this, so I'll have to ask you to fill me after I've drawn the card. So Kenneth Bly passed away naturally.
Yep.
Oh, and there was one that just jumped. Okay.
Because he
Don't say anything yet.
Queen of
I
Swords.
like the jumpers.
Yeah, Queen of Swords. No.
Okay.
So what's the story there? If you don't mind me asking.
6 weeks before Summer went missing, Summer's grandpa, Candace's father, died. There's said to be an inheritance that he left to Summer.
Oh,
so
and
I find it
she's
interesting.
missing.
Candace's sister is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Candace's daughter is missing. Candace's father
gets
died
everything.
6 weeks before. So I was just curious. I mean, because there's ways that, yeah, sure, it's said in the obituary he died of natural causes, but there are things to make it look that way. I was just curious anyway.
Which
Yeah,
means
well,
she
you
would
can
be
look
the
at
only one left to inherit.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Very coincidental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, even if you look at the dumbbells, I mean, that's basically what it's coming down to: life insurance policies and getting money that way.
Jealousy. Yep.
All right. Did Candace? Oh, I didn't even have to ask him one time. Did Candace kill Summer to take the inheritance? King of Cups. Cups is yes.
Yep.
Now, that stands out more because everything they have so far, they've got other land, they've got their house, they have all of this stuff because it was an inheritance from Dawn's family. So now, father passing away, it said there was an inheritance for Summer. Well, if Summer's gone, who's that go to? Mom.
Next of kin, yeah.
Yeah, jealousy and money. Yep.
Yeah.
Jealousy, money.
I mean, I have a feeling. Okay, let's ask this: Will Summer being found help find Rose? Will the two cases tie together? I guess I don't know how to ask the question. I think you get what I'm saying, though.
Are Summer and Rose's case tied together? Are they the same culprits?
I want to know more like, so if we find
Will it
Summer,
sort of
will we
solve-
find Rose?
Hey, maybe that. Yeah. Okay. So once Summer's found, will Rose also be found? I've just had a thought. Okay. King of Pentacles. Pentacles is no. I was thinking maybe they were in, buried together or something just then.
Yeah, or I was thinking somebody's gonna spill for a lesser sentence, and maybe they'll be definitely like, so what's up with Rose? Because none of it looks good.
Yeah.
Did Candace kill her sister and her daughter?
Okay. Did Candace kill Rose and Summer? Knight of Wands. That's yes.
Yep.
I think so.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, what are the odds?
And does she even know how
People
much
in
the
11 years.
inheritance is going to be?
Yeah, I think okay, this is what's crazy. It was 6 weeks after Grandpa died. So I think it would not be too long after the funeral that they would have gotten, usually from my experience, they will wait till like after the funeral, whether
HP, whenever I was listening to this last night and Cher started talking about the money, I asked Cher last night, if she ever heard anything else about that inheritance, and she had forgot about it. So she's going to look into that again for us. I don't know if she'll come over here and say it or she'll do it on her channel. One of the two, we'll get it out there. But yeah, I'm curious about what happened with the inheritance. Then the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this kind of gives me cold chills for real. I do believe people is gifted. Not all of them, but I believe this girl, I don't know. You can kind of read her body language.
it's like a week or something. That's when you meet with the attorneys or whatever, and you're told this, and this. So I absolutely do believe that within that 6 weeks, if there was an inheritance, I don't know how we would even get proof of this unless it's released from police or TBI, because I don't think that's public information. But there's always a motive, right? And I can't think of anything. The motive either being Summer was about to talk and nobody wanted to go to prison for what would come out of her mouth because they already have lengthy rap sheets, or money, or both.
Okay, did the boys see anything happen? I drew a wands, and wands means yes, but I honestly in my heart don't believe that this is right. But I've got to go with the card, so it's saying yes, they did see what had happened. Or maybe it's not they seen what happened. They could have seen the aftermath, and maybe, maybe the parent, like maybe Candace's freaked, taken her home in the car. Like, who knows what's happened?
Ginger, I don't want to ask that question. We're not going to do that question, and there's a reason why. And okay, I'll just say it. I have my suspicions, but let's say the boys were doing things to their sister. I feel like that's all they knew. What they have lived in and was born into is not good. And so if that's something they have seen or witnessed or have grown up thinking is okay because they've seen it going on.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle.
I don't want to, no, I don't want to answer that question, but
Will I be hairless tonight? That's my question
Will
for you.
Cooter Brown shave his beard tonight?
Well, we're at like 115 now.
115. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome.
I think that's round 2 for Michelle, or is it a different Michelle? I don't know. Yeah, Monica, I think so too.
Yeah, good. If you're holding out for a G, I don't think we're going to hit that tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay, I was just going to ask if Candace was jealous of Rose, and a card jumped out straight away. Pentacles is no. So I don't know if the cards are playing with me or what, but yeah.
There's been too many yeses.
No.
If we can get up to 200, I'll do it.
Ooh.
Oh, you guys hear that? If we hit 200, so we need 85 more. 85 more, and Cooter shaves that beard.
Cooter shaves that beard. Yeah, definitely there was jealousy there, just the way she talks. Even the posts I've seen she's written about her sister. Maybe not jealousy, Ginger, right? Just a pure hatred.
Oh, maybe I just worded the question wrong. That's why that came up. Also, it was just asked, was Grandma Candace involved? Was Grandma Candace involved? Oh. The worlds, I'll have to redraw. The Sun, they're all major arcana, and the Four of Swords. So swords is no.
Okay. Mother and Lakes. Was Kenneth Candace's dad?
Yep.
Was he poisoned?
Was Kenneth poisoned? And if they think it's natural causes, not always they do autopsies. So
right.
Temperance, I have to draw it again, but that's an angel. Pretty hard, I have to draw it again. The stars, they're all coming up major arcana. The Chariot, oh my goodness, sorry guys. 5 of Pentacles, so no.
Okay. Tammy, you're back.
I'm going to stop this for a second. I'm going to play a how do I get this? There we go. I'm going to play the phone recording I told you all I had real quick in the middle of this. Let me see here. Because I want people to hear that recording. Yeah, because we still got like an hour left of this. So. Then we will come right back to this. I don't think Don Soder hooped 3. I don't think Don knows exactly what happened. I think deep down in his heart and gut and stuff, he knows Candace has something to do with it. Oh, right here on this one, High Priestess, I can take it back for you if you want me to. You want me to take it back a little bit for you, love? I don't mind. I want us to hear this stuff, you know what I mean? That's why I'm playing it, because just last night, if y'all haven't watched the one we done last night, this is a continuance of it. You will really be surprised what you find out starting from the very, very, very beginning like this. Hold on, I will go back for you, love. Let me go back a minute here, so.
Arcana and the Four of Swords, so swords is no.
Okay. Mother and Lakes. Was Kenneth Candace's dad?
Yep.
Was he poisoned?
Was Kenneth poisoned? And if they think it's natural cause, it's not always they do autopsies. So
right.
Temperance, I have to draw it again, but that's an angel. Pretty hard, I have to draw it again. The stars, they're all coming up major arcana. The Chariot. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. 5 of Pentacles. So no.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy, you're back.
Yeah, it just,
what are we at?
it just went out. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, it does that to me sometimes.
What are we at? Like
We're at 115, so we need 85 more.
$85 more, and Cooter loses that luscious beard. Of course, he's a Dalen.
Luscious beard.
Oh, Pink Ladybug.
Pink Ladybug, you are awesome.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
65 more.
I'm trying to donate, but I think I have to use my iPad, so just give me a second.
They want to see that beard gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so much
pretty
for the
sure
role playing Santa Claus.
Where was the property house that was left to Summer located? Was it a property? Was it?
I never heard. I heard that there was some kind of inheritance, but I've never seen if it was an insurance policy, if it was money, if it was assets. I never heard anything.
Yeah, I never knew what it was. I just heard inheritance, and I honestly don't even remember where I heard that from. But
yeah, I never really heard anything about it as far as Summer and having an inheritance or anything like that. I have no clue.
I wonder if the grandfather had put it in a trust where Candace couldn't touch it, and only Summer could touch it once she turned 21.
That's what I thought it was.
likely.
Yeah.
Another reason.
Yeah, I would say that'd be why. If it's even real. I mean, who knows? Things get tossed around and started up, and there's no evidence of it at all.
Yeah. Well, even the other sister that's still alive says, and kind of doesn't like, she said that Grandpa really favored Rose and Summer, and those happen to be the 2 people that are missing. Can we? Was the other sister involved in Rose's disappearance? Did Candace and the other sister do something to?
Do we know that other sister's name?
I don't.
No. Oh, that's okay. Was Candace's was Kenneth's other daughter involved in Rose's? Oh crap! It was a whole heap of cards that just jumped out. In Rose's disappearance. 6 of Pentacles. That's a no.
It's a little different than I heard, Tasha, but yeah, you are right. He was left that house from his mom or dad, but it was left to Don. But there's something, Candace's father, not Don's family.
Yes.
It's wild here, Natasha Cooper over there.
Left.
Candace's side.
Yep.
Did they leave anything for the boys? I heard that they did. It was for all 3 kids, or all the children.
Yeah, I'm sure there's different
I don't
names
know.
left for, yeah.
Like I said, we don't even know if there is an inheritance or anything.
Yeah, that's tough.
I haven't yet to see any proof of that.
Do you think Candace doesn't get along with other women, and that's why maybe she wanted to have another boy or have all boys instead of having Candace around?
Maybe. Well, she was friends with Allie.
Yeah,
so,
but
I don't know.
Look,
She thought-
yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
yeah, I was gonna,
I'm pretty sure I thought the same thing.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we thought the same thing. She thought she was the pretty one in that friendship. Is that right? I'm just gonna say that.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Is
We're going.
Can we
now.
ask if Hunter's involved?
We did
I think we
earlier,
did, and
and
they said yes.
Yeah, the cards did say yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so High Priestess, you think this girl's full of shit? I trust your judgment, love. I do. I trust you. Well, happy birthday, Steve and Amanda. I hope there's a break in this case too. That would be. You don't think she's very good? I don't even know her. See, I don't remember these early lives. I was in on because you could hear Cher talking to me. Lacey, you remember everything, don't you? Well, hi, Amanda. All right, I'm going to play this recording I got because it's pretty long, like 16 minutes. I want to speed through it a little bit, but it's interesting. This is a recording with Cher and Don Wells on the phone. Shit, I was muted. All right, here we go. I was talking to y'all this whole damn time. I hate that.
The whole 9 yards. Adopt her out, get 50,000 cash or whatever. This is probably way huger than anybody realizes. The only one that might even have an inkling of an idea is President Trump. The whole 9 yards. Adopt her out, get 50,000 cash or whatever. This is probably way huger than anybody realizes. The only one that might even have an inkling of an idea is President Trump.
Right. Yeah,
When he
he's been
said to
vocal
drain
about
the
it.
swamp, when he was talking about draining the swamp, this is what he was talking about. This is why people hate him, because this is huge. It's taken. If he was trying to take $59 billion away from the so-called swamp, that's huge. That's very huge. Plus all the family courts, which are actually a mafia. That's exactly what it is. Then they turn your kids against you in every way, brainwash them, at the whole 9 yards. I mean, you've been through it. I mean,
Yeah. So we
wonder how much money they made by, like when you was in foster care. I guarantee you, if you added it up over the years, I don't know what they got, for one person, for however many years, but if you added it up, that's a lot of federal money, just like one person.
Yeah, and then when I was 15, I was out on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
And of course, it's bad. This is huge, and it's a world. I guess it's worldwide.
Oh, for sure. But your entire area, they showed all of Eastern Tennessee. The average, it's very severe. There's not anything less than 70%. It's all 70% and higher for severity all around your area.
Right.
That's crazy. Think of one person in chat last night said there was population of 7,000 people. So imagine a 70% chance of trafficking with 7,000 people.
And I don't understand where they're getting all this at, because we're actually in a fairly good area. I mean, especially since they got rid of Fred Hill, it's been nice and peaceful and quiet around our house.
Yeah.
But I don't see how they can't figure Stockton, California in, because that's such a drug area, and them kids get hooked on that damn cocaine and stuff or whatever, and that's what they go straight out on the street to support their.
Okay, he's talking about Stockton, California. We've heard California brought up a lot, right? This is an old recording, I do believe. And Lacey, I think they've all done Rotor Off is gone, or they know, like we've been saying, we know that they know, and they know where she is. Yeah, I say he's got some narcissism. Absolutely, High Priestess. He's definitely got some narcissism. Yeah, I think so. But Stockton, California, he's telling the truth about it here, because I used to work there. She got gone, yeah. I think the sin at the end of the road plays a big part in this. I do. And I didn't think that for the longest time, until recently, actually. And, that sin at the end of the road means something to me, in my opinion. I think that's where she got gone. He does always care about himself. He does. Like, he cussed Cher that back. I can't even talk. He cussed Cher out and then comes back and apologizes to her. She's like, fuck it this time. She's done. Like, she gave me this recording, and, she's done. But he is right about Stockton here. It is a rough-ass fucking place. I worked there. I stayed there like 3 weeks working, I believe. And it gets really, really, really hot, too, and a lot of drugs. He's right. I didn't like Stockton. It was dirty and, ugh.
Habit. So I don't see how they figure Eastern Tennessee is the most. It don't make sense to me how they're coming up with this.
They got little kids snorting cocaine out there.
In where?
In Cali.
Well, hell, man, Stockton, California is one of the worst drug areas there are in the United States.
That's
because they have a port, a shipping port, and there's there's cocaine everywhere in Stockton, California.
Oh shit! I didn't think of that. Yeah. Damn. Well, it's very possible then.
I don't see how they're figuring Eastern Tennessee. That's something ain't sitting right with me on that.
So, well, the statistics are always weird anyways, but that's just for Eastern Tennessee. California probably has their own statistics, maybe. We can look that up too, but that was just for Eastern Tennessee. I sent you the news clip yesterday if you want to take a peek at it.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, but I think, but Eastern Tennessee is on a severe. I didn't look at the Stockton, California. I'll look that up today and see what I can find on that.
Yeah, Stockton, California.
Okay.
I guess what Tim did. Tim heard something about that Reverend Donna Sabrina.
Yeah.
Saying something. She seen somebody with a toothpick in their mouth.
Yeah.
So Tim took a picture. He took a picture with a toothpick in his mouth.
I
put it on there.
that. I saw that. It was sent to me a bunch of times, and I was laughing so hard. I was like, okay, well,
right on.
That's actually funny, Tim. That's funny.
Right.
Yeah, I did get a kick out of that one.
I'm thinking about going on myself.
Do it. Oh yeah, do it. You have to. You have to have. You gotta laugh at some of the shit, Don. I don't care what anyone says.
For sure.
You're going through it, so if you gotta laugh sometimes. You just have to.
Right.
There was a couple things that I thought would help. Kind of go against Josh and McDonough and all of that if you wanted to address it, which is kind of Hunter's lies, because Hunter said, what did he say? You called Candace while they were at the Walgreens drive-thru saying someone was at the house trying to touch little kids, but how would you know that if you was at work? So who told you that? And I'm like, he's talked about that before, but I couldn't remember. Was it Jody Sue told you, or one of your neighbors told you that happened, or how did you know about the guy on the touching little kids or trying to touch little kids on that day?
I have no idea where that even come from. I really don't know.
Hunter said that on the interview with Chris McDonough, and they're pushing that all again.
Huh.
And yeah, Hunter said that you called Candace June 15th, like before they had went swimming or after they went swimming, whatever. They were at the Walgreens drive-thru to get her mom's medications, and apparently you called Candace and said there was a guy trying to touch little kids up by your house or something, or at your house. And now they're pushing, it's going around for the last 2 days. You know how they are. They're going to replay all that shit because you're not talking to them right now. So they're going to just replay all the old shit. But there's new people picking up the case, right? Because all the new billboards. So they're out now. Of course, it's all going around again. You know how people are. You know how these streets are. But yeah, I remember I did go and listen to it just to see, because I want to call out the bullshit.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But yeah, it comes from Hunter. It's when Chris McDonough is interviewing Hunter with his mom and all that. He says that. Did you ever call her and say that? Did you that call even happen? I
called her. All I did is called her and asked her what she's doing. If I remember right, but that's why I just started to work late because they was stuck. Waiting on a prescription or something. So.
Right. Yeah, I remember you said that. And then they were going to go swimming. So you thought, well, you know what? No one's going to be home. I'm just going to work.
Right.
Yeah. And I can't remember what the other thing was. I wrote it down. I'll think of it and I'll ask you later. But more nonsense from the same interview.
It's so ridiculous. All of it. It's just unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
I can't address it because that just makes it worse. I mean.
Yeah, no matter what you do, it's worse. Yeah. You stay silent, they go after you. You address it, they go after you. Well, as you guys should keep on the law's butt and ask them for information. So what the hell is going on here? Why is someone allowed to go around and say that they're unburying Rose on Fred? Like, what? They should get in trouble for that.
Yeah, but nothing you can do. I mean, they went in there. They anything of value that Fred had, like junk car, everything's gone.
Oh, what?
Everything's gone from there. She has a dog tied out there. Somebody comes in on a Harley every once in a while, I guess, to feed that dog.
Oh.
They're all crazy as hell.
So they've all left that dog. They've been out there searching, and they all just leave that dog out there.
Well, I haven't been there in a few days, but when I get off work, I'll drive by and check it out.
Can you take
and
me
then
a
I'll
video?
holler at you. Yeah, I'll send you a video.
Thank
Sure
you.
will.
Cause I'll go live tonight. If you want to pop up, you can, and I'm gonna go after that chick and Fred's sisters, because they're trying to nail you and Fred, and it's bullshit. Fred is sus as hell, and I don't trust his sisters. Why would anyone trust his sisters?
I don't see what they're gonna nail me for, because none of them's police. None of them's the police.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're stupid as fuck. And they just got all these people convinced of all this bullshit on their YouTube channel.
Well,
they ain't convincing nobody of anything. You know what I find
she's
funny?
selling candles too. She's selling stuff. She's got her own business, so she actually said, if everyone else can make money off Summer's name, hey, I can too. She said that.
Right.
Crazy.
That's basically what it's about. But the good part, even though it's really hurt me and Candace, big time, but we're more than willing to bear it or whatever. It still keeps Summer's pictures out there and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've got people that believe you and support you, and that's that. No matter what. Look, I have people that believe me and support me, and I have people that hate me. It's not on your level.
Yeah, very close. I agree. Especially, a dog would bark. And in them hollers, you can hear everything. It echoes. You can hear stuff from 2 miles away.
Perhaps, yeah, but I understand.
What I find funny is the whole thing with, they want to talk about me, but they don't want to talk about, like, Mary's husband raping my sister. That didn't mean nothing to anybody,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like, that don't mean shit. And she was actually raped.
Jesus. Your biological sister.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, jeez.
But anyways, that don't have nothing to do.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
So,
I really, really strongly believe that CPS had something to do with Summer's disappearance, whether directly or indirectly somehow, or whatever, because they have the power to do things with these kids. They could have criminals going out and rounding up these kids, and then they get them in custody and do whatever. I mean, it's $59 billion.
If CPS took her, do you think that should be safe from being hurt in that?
Well, there could be some rogue or some other people just outside of CPS that's kind of working with CPS.
True.
In a way. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how high this goes. It goes all the way up to Biden. I know that.
I know. When we first started talking, you said, "Hey, I've got some what I would call conspiracy theories, but I don't think I can talk about them." Now, I remember that.
But see, we could sit there and talk about this all day. Nobody gives a damn.
Yeah.
Nobody cares because it don't directly affect them. They would rather talk about all the gross stuff, whatever.
Well, people are manipulated in life to think CPS is good, right?
Right. Exactly.
They don't know the truth.
Plus, and I'll guarantee you that they got their people out there on YouTube.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
I do too, because I've heard people say, well, maybe she's in a better place. Just stuff like that. It makes you think, you know. And then they, you know, you try to defend yourself. And here comes all this gross stuff, and people just, you know, bringing back all the.
Do you think that it would be CPS more so than, I know that you suspect Fred Hill too?
Okay, I also have recordings from a panel that Dawn and Brandy Neal was on, and it's very interesting. If y'all would like to listen to that after this, or go back to the psychic thingy-majigger, let me know.
But do you think it kind of, what do you think?
I don't think they would be smart enough to do. I don't think they'd be smart enough to get away with it. Like she has just disappeared without a trace.
Right.
No evidence at all. Nobody's phone has pinged or anything. So this is seems to be pretty professional to me.
Sounds like it, yeah.
And she just disappeared. I mean, I guess you never know. It could be way off base, but
no, I
don't trust people at all.
I mean,
this is what they do. This is what they do day after day. They take people's kids, people they cannot fight back, and they try to take away their rights and send them to foster care. And, you know, they're making 59 billion, not million, but billion. It's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you and I, or people who have lived a rough life, we know this, but people born with silver spoons in their mouth, they're never going to understand that. They're manipulated to think, oh,
and
they're good people, they're good.
Probably their parents work for CPS in one way or the other.
True. Or, yeah, lawyers, and they're all in there, yeah, you know, the establishment.
Exactly.
I heard rumors that they found some clothes of Summer Wells's or in Fred's washing machine.
Where at?
In Fred's washing machine.
Yeah, I think he just made that up.
You always said he'd say anything for a little bit of money, and I think he is.
I don't. When anything that Fred says, I just don't even listen to it.
Right. That's kind of how I feel. But when you get tens of thousands of people listening to this and half of them believe it and that's all that's going around, I'm like, you know what? Well, fuck it. I'm just going to ask Dawn since everyone wants to put words in Dawn's mouth.
I appreciate it. I don't know. I wish I knew what the right thing to do.
It's just whatever's in your heart to do. There is no book on this, Dawn. There's no right or wrong. No matter what you do, you're going to be wrong to some people. And that's just.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. When I go and film this house, though, I'm gonna have a cheat day.
Do it, yes, please do it. And then I'll go live tonight and I'll show it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I don't care who you are. You gotta laugh.
Right.
And hey, why not?
Anything else we can think of? I mean, we may as well just keep it going. I don't know.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Maybe I could find some bones or something. Take some bones up there. I don't know.
No, that's too far. Don't do that. That's too far. The toothpick in the mouth, that's funny. The bones, that's too far. It's been done too many times also. I don't want to see you get that hate. You would lose some support for that one.
Right.
And we don't want that. So, all right, I'll let you get back to work, and then I'm home tonight. I quit my job, so.
All right. So, talk to you later, sir.
Send me that video and do that toothpick thing. That is hilarious.
Okay. All righty.
All right. Okay. Have a good day. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was all of that. Just Well, bye, Fairy Floss. Have a good evening. I'm glad you could come by. Okay, what do y'all want to watch next? Finish watching we'll finish watching this video. I'm gonna stay on track. Then, if we have enough time and I feel like it, we'll listen to the other stuff with Brandy. It's interesting.
Yeah, Ginger. I mean, I'm just being honest. Yeah. $65 more, and Cooter is beardless and will look like him.
Yeah, and then we can see who looks younger.
Oh, good point.
I think Cooter will look younger because he doesn't have the gray going on like I do.
Ladies,
I got some gray in my beard. I mean,
he does not believe me. He thinks because he has gray, he looks old. But I mean, like, people pay a lot of money for this hair color in a salon.
Women do. Men don't.
Men do because being like a silver fox is a thing. Yes.
Show me a picture of a guy in his 20s with gray hair.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Let me Google it.
Let me Google it.
Right. Google it.
Nobody does
Okay,
this.
we
Men don't dye their hair.
we already
my
did
dad
this
inserted. Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not typical.
There, yeah.
Right. They're having problems. Woo. The Nan probably will tell all. The Nan?
Grandma.
210.
Head. You think it has to do with like take some fleas or whatever? Or?
No.
I don't think it was the license, but I think
it was a punishment.
I do too. I don't think
I
she
don't
liked
think it
it.
was a punishment.
So,
like different people have said, like Allie and Hunter, everyone said she liked having the short hair.
I don't believe anything they say. I mean, she could have.
Yeah.
But I've seen a few videos of her being at church and taking Robin's hair and putting it on her head.
Well, she's a girl.
Yeah, are you all done with this girl? I am. I'm over this one. Here, let's go to. I can't. Yes, I was mute. Yeah, we paused. I'm going to play this other recording here. I don't have it like uploaded or nothing too because I screen recorded it, but it's interesting. I'm going to play it for us. Hold on here. I got to switch my audio. It's a Brandy Neal and Dawn on a panel together, like recently, I do believe. Just a second. Shit, not now. You can't hear me. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to play this. I screen recorded this November 8th, but it was before this. Okay, let me know if you can hear this recording. Oh shit, I can't even hear it. What the hell? I'm not good at this.
But Michael's father and I worked closely with law enforcement, the FBI, anybody and everybody that could possibly help. Yeah, you try to do what you can. Yeah, and you take the punches.
That's why I turned to social media because, like, you know, we're sitting here all alone. We can't sleep. I thought, well, I can't go out there search and break people's doors down. That don't work. You know,
you can't hear it, High Priestess? Shit. Maybe. Let me see here if I can upload it. It's very low. Okay. I'm going to see if I can upload it and play it like that. I don't want this bitch to fucking strike me. She can. I don't care. I ain't monetized. I don't give a fuck. Strike me, dumbass. Oh, wow. There's like 3 of them I got here.
She came over here on my live stream and chose to be confrontational.
Just a second, y'all. Let me see. I got 3 recordings of this. I'm a fucking mess. I can't get it together. Damn it.
She came over here on.
I don't want a damn.
She came over.
Just a second. Can you not hear me? I wasn't talking. I was talking to myself. I'm trying to upload this video to my channel. Let's see here. Just a second. I'm pretty sure Daisy made this video private after she replayed it. Whenever I got the screen recording, she was trying to dig at Brandy, like the piece of shit she is. Oh, you're fine, High Priestess. I'd rather have it on my channel anyway. Like share, download it, that recording, so we could use it. But it's unlisted, you know what I mean? We're almost there. It's downloaded. There's 3 of them. It's very interesting. Brandy got up there, and I mean, yeah, you could tell that she was going to do what she done, but it brought out a lot. Y'all just got to listen to this if you haven't. And the reason Daisy replayed this was because Brandy was on another channel, and Brandy finally figured Daisy out that she just exploits these babies. And she's hag from Australia, line ass hags, BFF, and yeah, that just no. Leave Brandy alone, Cal. And like I didn't follow, like I know Monkey's case, but I didn't follow it like I do Summers. So, and that's why I started playing Monkey's pictures and stuff. You know, I'll do his one day and Summers another day, or I'll do Summers for 3 hours one day and his for 3 hours the same day. Or, you know, I wanted to be fair with them babies. And Brandy had asked Daisy to not discuss SA or anything like that when she's talking about Monkey, because she don't want him tied to that. And I totally fucking respect that. And Daisy got all mad. She's like, well, I just won't show him at all. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you. I'll show him all day, every day. Except when I feel bad like this. Yeah, it's all in this thing here, I believe. Got 2 minutes. Yeah. Daisy's a fucking, she lives up to her name, Cal. I don't even want to say the bitch's name. She did react wrong, Jada. Very, very, very wrong. Did you see it? That it pissed me off. Like I said, I didn't even cover Monkey's case, but I will be playing his stuff every day for him. And for Brandy. You don't have to even talk to still support these babies, keep their name and face alive. You don't have to even talk. Look at me. Anybody can do it on their channel. I wish everybody would. Just let it play. Let people leave prayers in the chat. It's not about the parents. It's not about nobody. It's about that baby and only that baby. Babies. Because I'm going to do Monkey and Summer until they're found or something happens or I ain't got computer access no more or something. I will help Brandy keep that baby's face alive if I can. Her ego does. Her does, yeah. Look, I can't even fucking talk. I feel like shit. Her ego, man, she could do so much. See, I used to watch her, and then she started that shit with Rose was alive and this and that, and that's whenever I was like, no, fuck this bitch, and then I've tried to like her here and there, I give people chances. Because a lot of times the people I don't like at first is the people I get the closest to. True story. But I ain't accepting no new friends no more. I'm done with new friends. Nope. Nope. Come on, this thing is taking forever. Yeah, same, Jada. I liked her at first, too. So that's Rose stuff. That's what I stopped fucking with her. Daisy's people are welcome here, though. Daisy's not, because I don't like her. She's a grifting fucking piece of shit, in my opinion, allegedly. Baby exploiting motherfuckers, what she is. Yeah, Daisy, I said that. You sit here and exploit these monies. Send me $5 to ask a question about Summer. No, fuck you, bitch. No, that's wrong. Giving people their money back. Give them their money back. That's really what started a lot of this shit when she done that fucking live stream where she was charging people $5 to ask a question or something about Summer. $5 fucking. Summer Wells tagged to all fucking get out in her titles and channel, and it was sick as fuck. It was sick. Daisy, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Be fucking ashamed. That was one of the grossest fucking things. All on Sweet Little Summer's name. It's not right. I don't ever want money on here. So, I don't know, Jada, my mods, if anybody ever asks for Cash App, just say no. Donate it to missing and exploited children. I have that link somewhere, but if they want to donate money to me, I don't want it. I would rather them donate it to a cause. Even if it's $5, it helps these babies, y'all. I don't see how people take money on these babies. I don't see how they do that. I mean, I'm not talking about Cher either because she's not like them. People can say what they want about Cher, but she's not a grifter. Yeah, sometimes she cuts up and she'll like do cash apps for Jody Sue and stuff like that. But that ain't got nothing to do with Summer, It's making fun of Jody Sue. And I still think she knows something. She's too involved to not know nothing, in my opinion. Come on, video. And if you want to strike me, Daisy, go for it, because I don't give a fuck about none of these channels. I got 2 of them that's not monetized that could be. So I have no strikes on either one of them. So go for it, big mama. Go for it, baby. I could counter it, and you'd have 10 days to take me to court. I don't think you got the money to take me to court. Yep, Jada, she was doing her thing, because that's how I met Cher was before Summer in the Chris Watts case. When she came to YouTube doing Chris Watts, me and her met, and we've been hemorrhoids to each other since. Okay, let me check this, if this is done yet. Let me see if it'll let me. I want y'all to hear this. There's so much. I've never covered summer. I said this yesterday when I was doing this. I've never done lives like this, but there's so much I got, so much I want to say, and fuck it. Let me fight for this baby. Best I can. People out here fucking. Oh, Uncle Will's live. Right. High priestess, they like to do it. They can dish it up if they don't want to take it. Yeah, I agree. I'll go ahead and put it on here. It's processing it. Come on, what the fuck? I got it uploading here, but it's saying this. We'll be here when it does come. And it's not public. I'm sleepy as fuck, y'all. Lacey, what is Theraflu? Is that what you tell me to get, Lace? Are you still here? I need to get something because I feel awful. I think it's the flu that's been going around. My neighbors were sick last week, and I'm friends with them. Come on, fucking thing. Why is it taking so long? It's like 11 minutes, so. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. I'm fucking with my phone here to get it to. Have a good supper, Jaded. Thank you, love. And I'll get your stuff sent out as soon as possible. Sorry it took so long. It's been a little rough lately. Been sick and busy and broke my toe. Oh my God, it hurts. Think, breaking a toe, motherfucker hurts. You can't walk right. I gotta go get me some popsicle sticks or one of them boots. The doctor told me to put one of them boots on. I don't want to wear one of them boots for a fucking broken toe. It's broke. It hurts. My whole foot hurts. Come on, fuck. Okay, I'll be right back. Go get you a drink, fire them up if you got them, whatever. We're 420 friendly over here, too. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank y'all for waiting. Yeah. See, you can tell I'm not prepared for this shit. I don't do this. A few minutes, it says. I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe because it's raining. Well, it's like 12 minutes, too. Should be done any minute now. Come on, motherfucker. They might be out of order, too. I don't know. I don't know. They should because I screen recorded them. I'll probably let Sherry use this, too, because it's pretty interesting. It was recent. Come on, shit. I'm curious what Jaded's eating. Come on. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. To 85%. Over 2 minutes, y'all. Hi, Priestess, you still hanging with me there, love? Sorry, my TV's playing if y'all hear it and I don't feel like getting up and turning it off. It's getting there. Come on, shit. These last minutes is the longest. Is that 94, 95? I'm counting down. It's like watching fucking paint dry. Should be any second now. This motherfucker. Go figure. And I will be doing more of this. I'm going to schedule one for tomorrow. Hopefully I feel better. I'm going to go get some medicine tomorrow. Okay, the next one I'm going to play, though, on Sheriff Channel. We're going to start a little bit of it until mine starts. So it's uploaded. This was 2 years ago. This is an interview, the Candace Bly interview that Cher done. This is after the interview room interviewed them. Let's see where we go.
Hey everyone. So I was running a few minutes late because I decided to watch the prayer circle from last night. That had me feeling some type of way. Different than how I felt this morning. Okay. Okay, right here. All right, guys, let me get to my notes here. In case anyone wants to pop up, so can. There we go. If anyone wants to pop up here, you can. Both parts of that interview, and I see now that tonight at 7 Central, I guess, I don't think it's an interview with Don, but Don had called Chris, and so he set up a live. It wasn't there too long ago, but apparently Don talked to him, called him to talk to him, so he's going to go over that, which I think is interesting because yesterday I believe Don posted that due to the attorney that they claim to have, he was told he can't talk anymore. So I find it interesting that he called Chris, and Chris is going to go live and talk about it. He is still currently posting on.
And I want to say
Facebook
these
as
lives
well,
that we're going over of shares. I do have permission, of course, but you already know that. But I am going in order that she has them posted up there. She may have some deleted or hid something, or somebody struck her, or something. There might be missing ones, but I'm going directly in order if it's to do with Summer on her live streams from back here, over 2 years ago. Because this is when they still had the boys. I don't know, like they might have got them taken here, but I am going in order.
Also interesting. Hi, my love. Hurry up and get home. So yeah, he's still talking after he's saying that he shouldn't be. I still don't know if there's any attorney, but I had a feeling about the Paw Patrol shirt that Candace was wearing for the interviews, and I just got done watching the prayer circle, and at the very end of it, they announced that the church made a website. and it's findsummerwells.com, I believe. So the website made from the one guy at the church, he put the website together, I believe yesterday, like 18 hours ago or something like that. I checked it out quick. And my instinct is that the church gave her that shirt, kind of like, I don't know, image coaching, I guess you could call it. I think they gave her the cross necklace and that shirt to wear specifically for that interview. If you check out that website, it's basically everything that the church is saying. Well, they're labeling it that it's Candace and Dawn doing that website, but we all know it's not. And actually Robin announced that it was the one church person who made the website. So it's not Candace's and Dawn's website. The church did it. And they do have Chris on there as approved media outlets. And, everything on the website is basically what Candace, Dawn, and the church, I guess, all approve of what's out there. And on the website, it also says they made that website because law enforcement told them, I guess, not to be using like Facebook and stuff. So, but then shortly after that, I scroll down and I see that they are posting Facebook links to things on there. So I don't understand it. It's weird. I just want to say hi. Yes. Hello. There you go. You got your attention. Your ears look so big on camera. Okay. Look out, please. So I thought hold on. Hold on. Is it not working in the chat? I can text it to you if you want, but it sometimes kicks me out when I go with a text message. I'm going to put it in chat again. I'll try and go out and text it to you. Sorry, girl. Mr. Chair's not here to help me right now. Okay, so.
You will never see me on none of these panels. I never did panels or anything, or I didn't even have a channel back then that had stuff on it. I was just regular old sub, and I wish I still was sometimes. But I'm here for something, and I'm going to keep helping these babies the best I can. So, whatever. But yeah, you won't see me on these panels.
You guys, now I don't know, after watching both interviews again, like I must have watched those interviews.
Hello, Green Eyes. Are you the Green Eyes that everybody talks about? I know there's like 2 or 3 Green Eyes. Are you the Green Eyes? Like that Killer Looks would talk about, or Killer's my bro. He's a good man. It's good to see you. I got green eyes. Okay, I'm gonna let this play. Green Eyes, we are going over shares, probably. We're going over shares, older stuff, like the very, very, very beginning. This is like before they got the boys taken away. And like, I don't know whose side you're on or your opinion, but it's really good to see you if you're the Green Eyes for real, because I've heard your name a lot in this case, and it sounds like you're out there fighting for what's right, in my opinion. I don't remember the information I knew about the Green Eyes. I heard Killer talk about it. Nobody knows who you are. Everybody's been trying to figure it out. Is that you? Okay, anyways, but this is before Cher even had Dawn on her panel and stuff. All these videos.
Interviews probably like 10 times each already since he's done it. Robbie, love you too. Hey, Hev. Is that how you say your name, Hev? Thanks for being here. So now I wanted to read something really quick because I wanted to Google the statistics one more time. And I got brought to, I'm going to read the statistics on Matthias. You're driving me nuts right now. It's Hev. Okay, good to have you here. Are you following the Summer Wells case then too, Hev? I can't remember which video you're on. I think it was Watt's video. Yeah, Watt's. It was Watt's. So maybe you're following this one too. Hey there. Okay, so we all know that the family loves to go with statistics. I'm going to read these off quickly for kidnapping and abduction statistics. Oh, you little effer. Lay down. Hey, Code of Many Colors. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with what the percentages from families who do kidnappings or abduction. Oh, seriously, go on. So within the family, it's usually committed primarily by parents, and it does involve a large percentage of female perpetrators who are doing the kidnapping, and frequently children under the age of 6 are kidnapped by females. That is 43% of the time, okay, statistically anyway. And then for acquaintance who, acquaintance to the family involved.
I can see female being the number one. Yeah, females will take their children. And I was riding Greyhound butts once whenever I was going from New York to California. It was the best thing I ever did. I was riding Greyhound 5 days, but it was so fucking worth it. Got to see all kinds of country. Anyways, there was this girl, this little girl. She's probably about 10, 12 years old. She was just playing in there. She had a slinky she was playing with. Her mom was sitting over by the pay telephones, waiting on her bus. She had a layover or something, but she had like all her luggage, a lot of luggage. And like you could just tell something was off with her. And that little girl was like in front of me playing and stuff. And then I get to my destination, and then I see that little girl in a Facebook group, like missing people Facebook groups or something. And that woman was kidnapping her. It was her mom, but she was kidnapping her right in front of my eyes, and I had no clue till after. But then they done got her. She was going like from Arkansas to I can't remember where, but I seen her in St. Louis, Missouri, and it was wild. But anyways, that's why I agree with this. Sorry, squirrel.
Compare high percentage to, what was that one? Okay, so acquaintance of kidnapping and abduction. High percentage of juvenile perpetrators. So right away I was like, oh, ding, 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 because H is what, 15 years old? Hey, Julie. Yeah, that's what this one's about. Hey, Kimbers. Good to see you, girl. I'm doing good, David. The beard, well, he is not here, but he doesn't really have a beard anymore. It's just stubble. So it's really high. So,
okay, so I was waiting for a video to upload while we was playing this, and it has uploaded, so we are going to watch that. Like I said, I have not edited or nothing. I screen recorded it and never done nothing else with it. Why did I cut that off? Here we go. And this is on Cal's channel with Don Wells and Brandy Neal. And the panel that she's got up there right now is Brooks from Crime, Lies, and Lies. Justin for All. Brandy was up there. I did watch that live at Brooks's. It was interesting. I seen what went down. Daisy's a fucking piece of shit. I said it.
She came over here on my live stream and chose to be confrontational. Hang on. I bet it kills a lot because I put the subscribers on like 5 days. Here we go. This is when she first came up.
Well, we all need to take a deep breath.
Hang on.
And
I'm gonna show you all.
let's
That's okay, Don. I won't bring it up.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep it neutral too. I don't think he will.
it ain't. But I don't know. What haven't we talked about? We talked about summer, missing kids.
Tracy, please be respectful. And it is about them screaming me because they're taking my content. And granted, I've seen Brandy before this in other. I'd seen her in Chris McDonough's chat. I've seen her in the labs. I've seen her in all these other chats. Talking about Donnie.
Okay, for one, it don't matter where she goes, Daisy. She can go. She's a grown fucking woman. How are you going to get mad at her? She's got a missing child she's out here advocating for while you're here making money on him. And Summer.
Candace, which I don't think is right that she's talking about them. And the thing, even Candace has heard her say stuff, and Candace said it hurts her feelings because she would never do her that way. And I knew this when she came up on panel. Right. If people were streaming you and taking your content, it would be.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, no doubt.
Brandy, we don't come up.
Right. Don't let them.
Business.
Don't let them get to you, Daisy.
My sister's talking about me the other day. I've been nothing but respectful to you. So don't come in here trying to stir up trouble.
You treat your sister like shit.
I know she's friends with you all, but she was talking badly about me on my sister's panel.
I bet Daisy was jealous when Jinkies made the news. You know that fucking.
I'm done with
her. Get a cooter pack again.
Goodbye. Brandy, it is Brandy. This is Monkey Bond's mom up here, Dawn.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Brandy, here you go.
Brandy, long time no talk to.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Totally understand.
Can I ask you a couple of questions, sir?
Yes, of course. But if
okay.
Yeah, go for it. I always ask.
Could you tell me some of Summer's favorite foods?
Why?
been asked this question before.
Why is she asking this question again?
She pretty much, I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I work 7 days a week.
And he does.
When I come
Me too.
home, when I come home, I pull up the driveway.
Now remember, this live was recent, like within the last couple weeks, week or so, couple weeks. No longer than 3 weeks, I'd say. It's just really recent, this live here. And she hid it. She put it on private. And then when she seen Brandy over at Brooks's channel the other day, she done it like this, played it on her channel. And I got it. So did Justin. A lot of people got it. She think nobody's going to get this. This tells a lot, in my opinion. And why would they get offended that she asked that question again? Honey, if my child was missing like that, you could ask me anything you want. You could dig my yard. You could do anything you wanted. Candace wouldn't let them dig the yard. They don't, yeah. I'm done with these people. Where's Summer?
Summer was usually waiting for me, and she'd come running up to the truck and her happy little jumping around joyful way. And she'd, Daddy, did you bring me candy? You know, because I'd always bring her candy. And I'd let her divvy it up with the boys.
He says some really weird shit.
I'd let her divvy it up with the
Pay
boys.
attention.
Yeah, but
No. I put it blocked. Tell her I'll put it up later.
she's putting it back up.
I just blocked the people and me.
Candace just got blocked.
No, tell her I didn't block her. I just blocked them. I'll put it back up.
But anyways, so
Did she like gummy candies or anything?
oh yeah, she's of course kids love all that candy. They're high energy, like little bumblebees or whatever. I mean, they of course, you know. I mean,
And Summer is a bumblebee all over the place.
Of course, bouncing around. All our kids were, you know. But I'd stop at the store and spend $100 every day before I come home.
There's no way he spent $100 every day. He's not going to spend that much money every day on the kids for candy. No way. No, I wouldn't do that. Nobody would do that every day for their child. It's fucking overboard. It's like he's trying to sell a used car here. This is what this sounds like to me. Carry on, Don. Show your true colors, buddy. Where's your daughter?
More, you know, just keep everything fridge loaded up for the kids, you know. But I don't think it mattered much. Whatever you could, I don't think.
Yeah, just something a treat, right?
Yeah.
Something, a present, always a present.
Mm-hmm.
Does she like any bedtime stories? I mean, she reminds me a lot of Monkey with the energy that I've seen.
Normally, she would just wear herself out, and then she'd say, "Dad, I'm tired. Will you put me to bed downstairs?" And so I'd go downstairs with her. You know, of course, you know everybody's heard the garbage, but I always wanted to make sure the kids were clean because you know how messy kids get, and they don't mean to, but they're into everything and they get messy. So I've always want to make sure the kids are clean. Anyways, I won't get into that.
I know. I have a pink painted husky right now.
All right, but she would always, you know, when she got tired, I'd take her.
Listen, I'm going to play this back. Listen to what he said exactly. He's not going to get into that. Come on, why not? It's about your missing daughter, Dawn. What are you hiding?
Present, always a present.
Mm-hmm.
Does she like any bedtime stories? I mean, she reminds me a lot of Monkey with the energy that I've seen.
Normally, she would just wear herself out, and then she'd say, "Dad, I'm tired. Will you put me to bed downstairs?" And so I'd go downstairs with her. You know, of course, you know everybody's heard the garbage, but I always wanted to make sure the kids were clean because you know how messy kids get, and they don't mean to, but they're into everything and they get messy. So I've always want to make sure the kids are clean. Anyways, I won't get into that.
I know. I have a pink painted husky right now.
All right, but she would always, you know, when she got tired, I'd take her downstairs and I'd make sure she's covered up and snug, tucked in real good, and I'd tell her I loved her, and I'd sit there with her for a little bit till she went to sleep, and then I'd go back upstairs or whatever and do, you know, because I wasn't. But she'd want me to put her to bed every night, pretty much.
Sir, can I ask you how many days she's been missing?
I haven't added the days to it, but I know it's been 2 years, June 15th, and here it is, September 14th. So
listen to this. This is all this. him about putting her to bed, he was trying to not say something. And yeah, and then this really took me. It's just like, wow, he really don't know. Just listen.
Can I ask
ahead.
you how many days she's been missing?
I haven't added the days of it, but I know it's been 2 years, June 15th, and here it is, what, September 14th. So June, I mean, I haven't added the days, so I don't know exactly how many days. No.
Do you know her favorite color?
I believe it's purple.
Purple.
Is that right?
I know
Her
she
favorite
likes Paw
color,
Patrol,
purple?
right?
Yeah, Chase was her favorite. The
Oh.
little police dog or whatever.
Are you and Candace getting support from your law enforcement and everything to help find Summer?
Well, yeah, I believe so. I don't want to.
No, don't. I know. I understand.
Yeah. I mean, there for a long time, it was touch and go with law enforcement. But some cops, probably all cops are human. Some are different. Some, they're all different. They all act differently. So,
Oh, I understand. Our family's been living the same nightmare
right
for
Absolutely.
779 days.
Right. Yeah.
And
exactly. That's nothing more horrific for a mother. There's been nothing more horrific in my life, and I can't imagine. I can imagine more horrific stories, but
oh,
I don't. I mean, but I don't know.
I know the thoughts. I think, yeah, I know the deep thoughts. I just can't even imagine speaking those words.
Yeah, when you wonder what's going on, especially, here it's been over 2 years, but those first few
821 days.
Them first few nights, you're like, you wondering what's your kid going through? Is she being beat? Is they being raped?
Don't no. Yeah,
okay.
those words,
Yeah.
You go through those thoughts and everything, but you got to keep the hope.
Well, of course, yeah, absolutely. There's hope.
You and Candace both got to keep the hope.
Well, absolutely, yeah. I mean, we don't know. We know that there's
Exactly.
kids killed every day, and they're mistreated every day. We got to be realistic too. I mean,
yeah, you do. But you know what? You love your babies, and you never give up on hope on them.
Oh no, never.
And
never.
And when I hear you, sir, I apologize. I'm being cross because right now I can't even after everything that's happened in Michael's case, I'm still putting up new photos, pictures, and everything.
Right.
So I just don't understand.
Brandy, you see the
Yes.
event too over the weekend where they put out
I did see the event, and it was very beautiful, and that was amazing.
Right.
Yeah. It was amazing, and we've done a lot of those for Michael and other missing children as well.
How many days? I don't remember.
779.
779. Okay. That's what
You're at 821.
We're at 821. For Summers, it's 821.
Summer went missing 42 days before Michael did.
Right. Yeah.
So, and that's how I found about Summer.
Yeah, we tried to get a hold of you a long time ago, but McDonough and others put the brakes on that.
No, they did not.
Okay, I'm just going to pause there. And yeah, she knew not only her missing child's how many days, she knew Summer's. She knows how many days Summer was missing before Monkey got took. They was both the same year, it was like a month apart or something, 2 months. Maybe not even that long. She knew it all. Donna and Candace didn't know nothing. But June 15th, that's all they knew. I'm looking for the rest of this video. And for some reason, I cannot fucking find it. Hi, Chapstick. Glad somebody's talking. Yeah, you do wonder. I would be wondering and wondering always. I don't think that thought could ever go away of what's going on, you know? I agree with that. I'm just uploading the next one. Okay, y'all ready to let this play? Yeah, I agree with Dawn on that. Even as horrible as it is to even think about, I think any person would, any parent. Now, I know Brandy don't want to hear that, but you know what I mean? I felt bad for her. And there's like, I didn't have anything for Dawn and Candace in this. It just told me a lot about Dawn, actually. The way he talked about putting her in the bed, giving her a bath, make sure she's clean, and he's cut himself off. Dawn needs to stay off these channels. That's what he needs to do. Both of them. Both of them. If you're not doing something good, keep talking. We're going to keep watching.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, okay.
No, sir.
Well, we tried to get a hold of you through other agencies and people. Okay.
Tim Mullins, or
He's one of them.
yeah, no, sir.
Okay.
I've worked wholeheartedly. My husband and I, my fiance and I should say, because
I was sitting here muted as hell. I agree with you, Chopstick. I'm going to play Cher's video now while we wait for the rest of it to upload. It does seem strange. I agree. You never stop.
So acquaintance and kidnapping and abduction, again, juvenile perpetrators, and it's a high percentage that it's a juvenile. So right away I'm thinking of age, right? And I'm sorry, but I've caught him in a lot of lies. Just because he is a child and he's 15, you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, don't, you know, shouldn't you be talking about it or whatever, but he is a suspect. He was one of the last people with Summer and to see her and hang out with her, right? So he is a suspect. I don't give a shit that he's only 15. And he's also been caught in lies. And so is Allie, you know. Do I feel bad that there's a child, a juvenile that's involved in this? Yes, but I feel even worse that there's a 5-year-old missing. And I don't understand how they can't get it correct on the news. I've heard reports she was 4. I've heard reports she was 5. To me, she looks more like 5 or 6. So Hey, I hate that, Cola. Okay, so now with the acquaintance kidnapping and a large percentage of them being juvenile perpetrators, most commonly it's a female victim, and it says between teenage and school-aged children. So she wasn't in school yet. She wasn't supposed to start until next month or something. So again, I mean, he fits that, and also it unfortunately is usually a sexual and physical assault when a juvenile takes a girl. Yeah, and I'm going to get back to a little more about what stands out to me with Hunter and something that Candace said also. I really just don't. Candace looks guilty. Don looks guilty. The records help make them look even worse, right? But at the same time, Allie looks guilty. Hunter looks guilty, and are just as shady. I've actually caught more inconsistencies with Hunter and Allie, I think, more than Candace. And I just want you guys to know, I did text Don and I said, what was she thinking letting that man Chris in her house? Like, nothing against Chris. But a couple days ago, we heard, they had gotten attorneys and stuff like that. I was like, what was she doing letting him in your house? Or why was your attorney at least not present? And Don's response to me was, we have nothing to hide. And that was it, short and sweet. We have nothing to hide. So, and I was like, oh, okay, well, kudos then. That really does show you have kind of nothing to hide. So I'm not sure if I believe that they had counsel or if he's saying that they have counsel, but really it's somebody within the church. And that's what my gut instinct is. I believe that somebody or the church is coaching, especially Candace, on how to dress and behave and things like that. I also a little bit think that not so much Chris was coaching Candace, but he definitely wanted to make her feel like he was a friend. There's strategies that detectives and stuff use, and we'll get into that because he definitely was pulling out every single one I could think of. Now, when a stranger kidnaps, and with the kidnapping with a juvenile perpetrator, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, it does result in an injured victim. Okay, so there's that, and we're just going with statistics like they want. Stranger kidnapping victimizes more females than males, and primarily will occur in outdoor locations like swiping someone walking home, or swiping someone from a mall or a school, things like that. So you could go with, maybe they're with somebody outside. I mean, if there are people that are kind of homeless around the areas, you could see everything around, from even the school buses and all of the junked cars and stuff like that. Somebody, it's very easy, and knowing with all of the offenders in the area, somebody could have maybe been hiding around there. I will give them that. We all saw it. It's possible. The Summerwells case, yeah, I've heard of it. I know the parents were suspect due to child of theirs going missing, something like that, years ago. The aunt, the missing girl's aunt, is also still missing 11 years later. Hey, Julie. Hey, Rambling. I mean, why am I so against the church? I'm not sure if I'm really against. I'm against what I guess it's because of the research. Okay, I don't like what I found out in not necessarily just that church there in Tennessee, but within the entire establishment from their churches that are all around the world. I mean, we're talking Africa and all of.
Chopstick. See, in the very beginning, I was around, but I didn't really get into this case as quick as Cher did and others. I was modding and stuff still, but I didn't really get into it until a little later. So I was in the chat modding, I guess, for these, but I don't remember none of this stuff. And the one we played yesterday, it had a lot of good stuff too. If you have the time to watch it, I think it's 3 hours and so. I'm going to try to keep on 3 hours and under because I know, but I want to play. I don't want to just do hours here and there. You know what I'm saying? I want to listen to this stuff. But yeah, it is good to listen to the old stuff that nobody's listening to no more.
Of these places, they have churches all around the world. What I have against it is it's writings from Ellen, who says she was a prophet. Okay, again, I have my own beliefs. This is my platform, and this is just how I feel. I'm not asking that everyone agrees with me. If you like the church, that's fine. I mean, I've been in touch with Robin. I so far think she is a lovely person, but that doesn't mean that I have to like her religion or her church. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, definitely have. No, I just don't like, from my research into this specific I'm sorry, but I call it a cult. I believe it's a cult because they had at one point called themselves a cult. That's facts. If you guys research it, I have done the research. I always do the research into this. Every day I'm looking into this church and everything. So if you do the research, they themselves used to once call themselves a cult. So Nellie, I love you. I hope you're feeling well, and your sister as well also. Okay, so let's get to when a stranger kidnaps, victimizes more females, and again, it's outdoor locations, schools, malls, etc., right? And will also victimize teens and school-aged children. So I'm not quite sure, would we put, was she school-aged? I mean, just barely, right? And they are 9 times out of 10 associated with sexual assaults, and when it's a girl victim, and if it's a boy victim, it's a lot of times a robbery. Oh, okay, Butterfly. drop in for a moment and the church is being discussed. I'm familiar with church, so if you have questions, I can try to answer it. Okay, Emerald, and you are welcome up here also if you want, because again, it's just my research into the church. It's not a religion or an establishment I would really have any part of it. And again, I've spoken to Robin and I think she's lovely, so I'm not judging every person in that establishment either, just the teachings, I guess. And when someone says, well, I'm a prophet from God, well, okay, after Ellen G. White passed away, her husband rewrote her prophecies and stuff. So again, I don't like it. That's all. It's not for me. Hey, Arbina Wood. Oh, Matthias was just on here. He wouldn't, I guess he ran downstairs. I'll find him in a little bit. Okay, so with family kidnapping a child, or when a child is kidnapped or abducted, it shows 49% of the time it's going to be a family member, a female family member, because again, 49% for family kidnapping abductions. And when reading about the family, 9 times out of 10, it's a female perpetrator. 43% of them is a female perpetrator. So that brings us to either Candace or Allie, right? Yeah, I looked a little bit into that because it did come up with looking into this the other day, and I've like 1, 2, 3 or 4 nights in a row now I've been dreaming of I'm searching for Summer Wells. I'm helping with the search party. It's really just taken me over, I guess, maybe because I'm a mom or something. And also, I'm going to be real, I can relate with Candace, and if something happened and it was an accident, I could totally relate and understand why maybe they panicked and covered it up. I understand that because I do hear a lot of guilt when Candace talks. I do. But going over all of this, I'm going to tell you, it makes me look more at Hunter. And the reason why is if you watch the interview, the first interview with Chris, and when she's at the lake there with Chris, Candace, and one of his first questions were, okay, you pull up, what happens next? And she says, I'm the first one out of the car. And she goes and opens up whatever the back door for Hunter and Summer to get out. And immediately Hunter takes off into the woods. And he makes it known Hunter really wanted to go there, right? Hunter asked if he could come with, whatever. We don't know the truth there yet. So it got me thinking, like, do you think maybe he had friends that were supposed to meet up with him there and he took off to meet up with them? Like, I don't know. But it doesn't look good when one thing I did notice, there was a little bit of back and forth. It looked like the first part of that interview was kind of to combat everything Allie and Hunter had said, which I can get that. I get it. But Candace didn't do that as much. It seemed more like she didn't want to do like the he says, she says back and forth, but she did defend herself on certain things that were being said. And when she then said, well, he told you all of the stops or whatever, but they're all out of order. Like, I don't know why he did that. Well, I do. He's 15 years old and he's definitely doing drugs and drinking. So I could understand if he knew the stops, but not what order, So that doesn't really stand out to me as anything like red flags because he's 15. And he was drinking that day. So he may not have noticed what order the stops were. I'm not really thinking too much into that part. That sounds about right. I just didn't realize they were female. That's more shocking, as the maternal instinct should be there in this woman to never harm a child. That's shocking. It is. But then you look at the Lori Vallow case, and but that girl, oh my gosh, she's just really like out of her mind. It's Tammy, I love you. Maybe he peed. Who peed? Yeah, so it says 49% is going to be a family member, and acquaintance 27%, or a stranger is 24%. But I can't go into the pictures to read it. It might kick me off. All right, so the other thing that really stood out to me was Candace's interview. As soon as they started walking down, Chris asked Candace, was she wearing a swimsuit that day? Candace said yes. And he said, okay, and where did she put her swimsuit on? And Candace said, I put it on her. We woke up early that morning and I just dressed her in her swimsuit because it was a hot day out and a swimsuit is nice and thin. And Summer always gets overheated. She always says, Mom, I'm hot. And always overheated. So I just thought the swimsuit was a good option. And I can relate to that, especially at like 5 years old or whatever. There's times where, if it's really hot out in Minnesota, the summers get hot. They're not long, but they get hot. My boys will wear their swimsuit around, or my girls will put their bikini on and some shorts or something like that. Even I do. So I can relate with that. I know I saw some people like, why would she put swimsuit on as an outfit for her daughter? Well, I get it. She was 5 years old and it was really hot out. Yeah, the dogs, we'll get to the dogs, but if somebody was on that property with like just walking, I don't think the dogs would have barked. I think the dogs only barked, hi baby, because the car pulled up, because when he got out of his truck, the dogs kind of stopped barking quickly, right, baby?
Yes.
Mr. Share is home now. Thank you, Tammy. I put the link in there if you guys want to come up here, by the way, Nellie and Tammy, or anyone really. Hi, honey. Hi, Rose. Oh. Yeah, Tammy. So, I mean, that doesn't really stand out to me, but what does stand out to me is she goes from telling him, well, I put this swimsuit on for her for the day because it's hot out, and she always got overheated and would always complain about being hot. And you guys, I'm sorry, but this cat will bath Mr. Scherer like it's his baby or something. And I've gotten, since we adopted him, one little tiny lick, and it's because I forced it. When he was bathing himself, I put my freaking hand in front of his mouth. This is the second time that Mr. Scherer comes home for lunch, and he got a bath by Matthias at lunchtime too. And apparently, when I fall asleep at night, he goes and snuggles up with Mr. Scherer. I'm sorry. Okay, I got distracted because I just think those stories are so cute. Sorry. Everyone's saying, oh, about 6 weeks now. I would say she's been missing 6 or 7 weeks now. Emerald, you're welcome to come up here too. I know you said you know about the church. I don't know if you are like a member of SDA or not. And if you are, I apologize if you take offense, but I'm just saying it's not for me. You know, I don't. I like the people like Robin. I don't know her, but I've talked to her a few times and seeing her videos. I think she is maybe misjudged. Yeah, he loves Mr. Scherer for sure. Hey, Franny or Tammy Franny, by the way. Yeah, but if someone was hiding out there and wasn't in a vehicle, I do not think that dogs would have been barking. I don't. And he was there maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. I will go back and rewatch and actually time how long the dogs were barking. It wasn't long. And yeah, I think it was like a minute. So if someone was there, not on a vehicle or in a vehicle, but then I don't know how they would like get away with her so quickly. If they didn't have a vehicle, I don't know. Okay, Emerald. Okay, good. Okay, so anyway, she was saying, you know, summer always got overheated and whatever. But then we see her in what's a winter outfit. What are those, like velvet black pants, long sleeve shirt, and like a jacket or like a poofy, is it a vest over the long sleeve? But you know, those have fleece on the inside or whatever. So that is a winter outfit she's wearing. So 10 minutes after saying, well, she's always overheated and, you know, she's saying that summer's always cold. Oh, she's always cold. She's always saying, Mommy, I'm cold. Roll your window up, I'm cold, even if it's 100 degrees out. So that there kind of like messes with me a little, I guess, because it's a total contradiction of what she said 10 minutes prior. So is she always boiling hot, or is she always freezing cold? What do you think about her not letting Chris look in that shed? I didn't think anything of that, to be honest. I did think possibly Dawn was there because the TV was left on, and everyone's like, oh, it's porn on there, but I went back and looked. It's Girls Gone Wild. And to be honest, we don't know if it's Dawn watching it or Candace, and that has nothing to do with Summer being missing. I don't care if it was hardcore porn playing on that TV when you walk down there. That means nothing because Summer's not there. She's missing. And the boys were taken away 3 days before that interview. So what if Dawn was there watching porn? You know what I'm saying? I just think that's a total distraction and just something for people to pick up. And I honestly wish that Chris, again, no offense to Chris, but I wish that whoever his team is that's editing would have blurred that out just so that wasn't the focus that people are now running with today. You know, I really wish that would have been blurred out just so that wouldn't be what people are talking about because it means nothing. I don't care. And for all we know, Candace was watching it and left the TV on when she went to meet Chris at the lake. I've left TVs on multiple times. Like I can't even count how many times I leave a TV on. We'll run to a grocery store or something. Like it's happened many times. Hey, Liana. She really liked Paw Patrol, so she could have known them. And they offered to take her to get a Paw Patrol toys, maybe. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this is definitely someone Summer knew. Very possible. Now, when I was watching the prayer circle, something else like really hit me. And I'm not going to say it right now, but the church is very sure. The number one thing I kept hearing over and over was, you know, when Summer comes back, she will need therapy. Please deliver Summer to us soon. Take her out of bondage. It's just weird, you guys. It hit me all wrong. But I've been working a little bit on video. I think I'm going to keep working on it and put out what I think. And again, it's not every human that's in that church, but there's definitely someone in that church that is coaching them. When Don just hung up on the interview the other day, if you go back and listen, someone told him to just hang up, end it. And if it was an actual attorney, the attorneys are not going to be having him talk. They're not going to be doing YouTube interviews, having a YouTuber, I'm sorry, he's a YouTuber, come out to the house and search it. No attorney is going to allow that unless they are right there, you know, saying, yep, you can, yep, this is okay to shoot or whatever, you know, but no attorney was there with them. So do I believe they have an attorney? No. I have asked Don, do you have an attorney or do you need help finding one? And I didn't get a response to that, and that's fine. But that's what makes me believe it's somebody in the church who is actually really helping them look good. They made that website. It's to make them look better where they're thanking the prayer circles and all this. And the Paw Patrol shirt, that to me, it seems to her like being very sentimental, a sentimental thing to her. So I've gotten things from some of you guys sent to me. I remember who sends me what. If my daughter was missing and I had something as sentimental as a Paw Patrol shirt saying Mom Patrol, I would sure remember who gave me that shirt and I would thank them. And then it seemed like she stopped herself from saying who gave her the shirt. Did you all see that? So, and unfortunately, with doing my research into the church and realizing how many missing people news investigations that the SDA church has been not behind, of people who are a part of the SDA church. Is that worded better? Because I'm really not trying to offend. I'm just trying to put out what I researched out there, not offend anyone. I feel bad because Emerald's in here, but there's all over the world SDA churches, and there's many that I have tied to missing people who have been in the news, and you read about them, and it's like, oh, affiliated with SDA church. So, I have to say that the establishment of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is no stranger to helping families with missing children or a missing loved one. So that's why I feel like someone in the church, and I do believe the church gave her the cross necklace and that shirt. You could tell, you could see every wrinkle of how that shirt was folded, and it was made for that interview. That's why right away, the very first thing he points out, Chris, is that shirt. And all I could think of is the strategies that criminal defense attorneys use. I wonder if Derek Olenoff will come on a show and talk about that sometime. Anyways, if you guys think back, I'm not sure if they did that to Lori. Lori was probably too full of herself to even try it. But think back to Casey Anthony, Amber Frey, and all of like the high-profile women that have high-profile trials on TV. Do we see them dressing normal, or do we see them dressed in school mom clothes, and they are 9 times out of 10 wearing glasses? And it's a strategic move to soften the look of these people so that the jury and people watching will see them in a better light. And it's easy to look up. There's a lot of strategies. And you guys notice how close Chris was standing to Candace? Like a few times I was like, damn, like so much for social distancing. Maybe should have a mask on or something. But he was standing super close to her, almost both parts of the interview. And that's also a strategic plan because it shows the person like you are like one with them. What is it called? Like you stand with them basically. It makes the person you're talking to or questioning feel more comfortable. And he was asking like the people walking around the park and like, Candace, do you know them or whatever? He was seeming like protective of her, really making her feel comfortable so she would talk freely is what it was. Hey, praise boy. Don't feel bad. This particular church tends to be very insulated and tend to prefer that members only go to professionals who are also members. Yes, I read that. So yeah, that is true. Yes, Jodi Arias didn't wear glasses before, but what was she wearing in trial? Glasses and suits like Hillary Clinton, pantsuits and all that shit. Hey, Monica. Babe Hev is a new subscriber, by the way.
Oh, good.
Hey, Cooter.
Yeah, no. Hey, Monica.
So yeah, there's all kinds of. Okay, I want to ask you, do you see a problem
Yes.
with Girls Gone Wild playing on the TV when he went into that house? And I showed you that clip. Mr. Chair's been working super hard, you guys, all week. He hasn't actually got to see the interviews. He saw 5 minutes I showed him during lunch today. And I specifically showed him the staircase going down into the basement and what was on the TV. And then I showed him like when Chris pulled up, the dogs barking and when they stopped barking. He got to see all that. But what's your opinion? Because that's the hot topic. Hey, there was porn playing on the TV. It wasn't even, I mean, I don't consider Girls Gone Wild porn. I don't know.
What I find really weird is Candace is so used to seeing it, she didn't even think to turn it off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm not judging, but maybe
Maybe she likes
that's what I'm saying. Maybe she was.
But I mean, normally, like if you have someone coming to your home, the TV's on, even if it's on like a news channel, you think to turn it off.
Yeah.
But the fact that that was on, like I would definitely be turning it off. But she didn't seem to even be fazed by it.
Yeah, I think. Well, with that, I will give her credit. She was more focused on like showing Summer's toys. So, which I wish that was. The interviews were good, and I took away a lot of stuff from it, as I'm sure everyone did. But there's also a part of me that was like, these are the wrong questions. Like, what's going on here? I don't know. Yeah, Girls Gone Wild isn't porn. I don't really consider it porn. I'm sorry. If you're gonna call Girls Gone Wild porn, then Lifetime Movie Network is also porn. Just saying. It's another deflection. Yeah. Hey, Little Miss. Hey, Heatherlicious. Hey, Melissa. And I kind of tried to look at that too. Hey, CDT. I tried to look at that too because there's a part of me that doesn't even know if it's Girls Gone Wild or if it was. It kind of looked like it was maybe like rock and roll bands playing. And I'm sorry, but if anyone's been to a rock concert, that's how girls get.
Yeah.
Oh, fun time. Well, they were lifting up their shirts and there was butts out. But I mean, again, I feel like it was a rock concert, if not Girls Gone Wild. I think it's a distraction. People could be talking about better things than that because even if it was hardcore porn that we saw on TV for 5 seconds, it has nothing to do with Summer. It just doesn't. She's not there. The boys aren't there. Do I think Don was on the property? Yeah, I do. Do I think he was in the tool shed? No, I don't. I think he was maybe in Grandma's camper because, yeah, I did notice a change in how Candace was talking. Hey, Jeanette. And Chris asked Candace at the shelter, she became very defensive and said, I won't want you to get hurt. I guess I kind of understand that. If that is Don's shed, like his little tool area or whatever, and he has had things stolen before, like I could get that. I mean, like I saw somebody say that they used to live in Hawkins County, and if Don had any expensive tools or anything, and that was shown, and anyone saw that, well, we all just saw the land, the property. Someone could sneak up there and steal what little they have left of tools or something that Don needs for work. I don't know. To me, that was a distraction. Also, I was a little disappointed that Chris really kept pointing that out because where are you going to hide? First of all, are you going to hide in a little tool shed where he could have easily went and probably not even asked Candace, but just peeked in there and he's hiding in there, or would you hide in a locked up camper, which somebody was living in before? Like that's where I really wanted him to go into, but it was locked up. We couldn't get in there. Now, if he was hiding, I feel like that's where it would have been.
Well, Jessica said it was most shopping moments on TV before you watch the show.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too. He seemed more hesitant than her. And he was like, well, can I kind of look in there? And at first was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then he was like, oh, well, maybe I better not. And then she was like, yeah, I wouldn't want you to get hurt. And that brings me back at the lake when she almost got stung by a bee. And he was like, oh, I don't need you getting stung on my watch. And then you'd be after me for a bee sting or whatever. So maybe, and then what she said, like, I wouldn't want you to get hurt. I don't even want my boys in there. I think that too. Like if he was, I guess I'm like 50-50. He was there, but I do feel like he was there. She could have easily called him and given him a heads up. Although I'm not sure, we'd have to look through the cars again, but I thought that I saw someone else's truck other than Chris's. Candace's red car was there. Same car she drove to the, and there was a bunch of junk cars, but I'm not sure if anyone knows what Dawn drives. CDT, do you know what Dawn drives or what color vehicle? But, you know, Chris said he had a inkling that Dawn was there on the property. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been as simple as that's Dawn's place, and, you know, he probably laid on the lawn, no kids, no wife in here, or whatever. So he was like, maybe you shouldn't go on Dawn's property. He's probably not going to be too impressed you're here anyway. Something like that. Again, I feel like it's a distraction. And I don't think there's anything, some dark secret hiding in that shed that's going to lead to Summer. And the reason why was because I think the first place that was turned inside out was that property from search people. Police, search people. If you don't think they're checking, and everyone focusing on that blue thing that she said was for the garbage, but really I think it's a well cover. If you don't think they searched that also, you're crazy, because that would be the first thing. And I know he kept flashing over to it, you know, but I'm sorry, he is, I would say anything like a John Walsh kind of wannabe. I don't know. Is that nice? I don't know. He really, yeah, he could have hid anywhere, but I mean, he did walk. The house isn't big. He did walk around in the kitchen. You could see the bedroom. I don't think he was in the house. If anything, the school bus or in that camper that was locked up. She could have said, hey, we're heading there to look, you know, and he could have ran out to that camper and locked it. And that's why she was right away. Oh no, you know, that's locked up. That's my mom's. It's locked up. We can't get in there. Yeah, for sure. That's the first place that got flipped upside, downside, inside, outside. Like that was the first place searched. So no, I don't think anything is in the tool shed or in that water thing. I don't know, Cooter. I guilt, I guess. Oh, and another thing I don't know if I even told you, but Chris, the interviewer, walked into the house, and hanging there on the kitchen wall is a picture of Rose, her sister. But that house was inherited by, I want to say it was Don's family. He inherited that from his mom, Don's family. So I don't think that picture would have already been up there. And I feel like if Candace hated her sister that much, even if it was already something that was prior in that house, it would have been taken out, you know. But yeah, she does have a picture of Rose hanging up in the kitchen. And I'm going to be real, you guys. I have a horrible relationship with my sister. I've not been happy with her. There'd probably be times where I've said and will say, like, fuck that bitch, you know, whatever. But I guess I felt differently when I saw she actually had a picture of her sister up in the kitchen. Yep, he asked about it. Yeah. Chris brought attention to a lot of things in his videos that wasn't needed. I don't think she fell off that swing. I don't. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, from his family. So I would have to say that they put that picture up, and either they don't hate, or she doesn't have as much hate for her sister as everyone is saying, or it could go completely sinister side, and they keep it up as some weird, well, you know how some people, they like to have a little, like, what is it called? Momentum? What is it?
Memorial?
Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know. Rose, all right. Something happened the other day in my research of the SDA church that made me believe Rose is still alive. And the reason is because it was on Twitter, and I've tried to find it now, and I cannot find the damn Twitter, the person on Twitter. But they followed each other, Dawn and her. And what did it say? February something. And it was like an angel. It was talking about, or you're with Jesus now, our angel. And the tag name was something weird _ Rosie with some numbers. And something told me, like, oh my God, what if that is Rose? And now I can't find it again. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was some kind of Twitter. Somebody has a YouTube video on it too. Was that UCDT? Or was that Plunder? I saw it somewhere else too, but there was a Twitter, and part of the name was Rose or Rosie with some numbers on it. And they were, yeah, did you guys see it? I don't think it was a restraining order, Rose. He filed to have custody of the children, full custody of the children in case she came back. He filed for divorce and for full custody of the children. Yeah, it started with something, yeah, like Darlene something, but then there was an _ Rosie with some numbers on it. And then it said February, I can't remember the date, and said something with our angel with God now or something like that. It was really weird. And I did think to myself, like, oh my God, is that Candace's sister? Memento. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. All right, that's the thing I think they were trying. And I think the church is behind that, you guys, of trying to make, oh, it's 420, of trying to make them look better. Candace look better. I have to say something too. Like, Juanita showed up and crashed the prayer circle yesterday. And I just think it's funny because I know, like, how the church believes no psychics and stuff like that. And I just thought it was hilarious. And she made sure to walk by the camera a few times. Oh, and Blood Money's, whatever his name is, that has this YouTube channel. I agree with some of the things he's saying. But he said something today, and I was like, wait, what? That is a whole new level of crazy if Juanita really did that. But then I seen the dog she had. The Wells did not have any chihuahuas, okay? Juanita did not steal a dog from the Wells property. She actually had that chihuahua, and it's a new puppy. So when she started it, she brought the puppy with her. I believe that's what happened. Or, yeah, she brought the new chihuahua with her. Chihuahuas are like little babies, and you really cannot leave them home alone. She's obviously in Tennessee still for days, so I get bringing the chihuahua with. That is not a stolen dog. And I mean no offense to Benny Blood Money. It's no disrespect to him at all. It's just that I don't believe she stole the dog from the Wells, but I do think it was funny. It did make me laugh. Yeah, Benny. Yep. Yeah, I like Juanita. I do. Oh, Rosemary found it. Okay, well, maybe that would make sense. You think someone was in the shed, Susie? So what if he didn't ask then, and Chris just kind of walked up to that shed and peeked in, you know? But like CDT said, I think if he did push, because she didn't seem like no at first. He actually seemed more like, oh, well, maybe I better not, you know, I better not. And she was like, yeah, you better not, you'll get hurt, whatever. Yeah, I did. And yeah, I also, yeah, when they were filming it, I don't know if they were always live streaming it, but I that's one of the things I had asked a few days ago to Robin, like, can you live stream the prayer circles that way? Because it's a known case around the globe at this point. So people who can't necessarily travel, they can at least watch the live stream. And I seen they were doing that last night. So I don't know if they were always doing it, but I mean, it's a good idea, I guess. But they were like, you're on live camera. You're on live camera. This is awesome. And I'm thinking, wait, this is about a missing 5-year-old. It was weird. I'm a little too excited to be on camera, on live camera. The shed was curious for sure, but I don't know if anyone was in it. I disagree, Aaron. If you look at their property, and there was multiple sheds, I disagree. I don't think it was weird that the door was cracked a little. And I'm going to go back and watch because I don't think it was closed and then opened like people were saying. I remember it always having a little crack in it. Yeah, I can't remember the name too. And I kept trying to find it again because I wanted to show Mr. Share. There's lots of questions for sure. I don't know, were they a part of the SDA too? Was Rose's husband a part of SDA? There is SDA churches in every state Don's been in prison at or jail. What about the boy? He seemed to change the story too. Heather Lettuce. Yeah. Oh, okay. Danielle just sent me a text. I want to see if it was the picture of that Twitter. He does. He changes the story, and then looking at the statistics, like I'm wondering, did he meet somebody in the woods? I kind of believe Candace when she was like, I don't know, because then right away she's like, and then he came out of the woods, and then he walked up into the water, and he started splashing Summer, and she told him like, please stop doing that. She doesn't like that. And I rewatched the TikTok video today, and it does look like it. He does. He walks in the water, and he's splashing Summer, and then he does look over towards Candace, and he stops splashing her. But I'm not going with. I think that. Oh, I believe Candace now. Oh, I trust her because she had a Mom Patrol shirt on. Like this is the same mom that made her children lay on hot tar for a punishment. My mom's boyfriends used to make me kneel on rice and sometimes thumbtacks with soap in my mouth. That's abuse. Having your children lay with no shirts on hot tar on a summer day in Kentucky because you're punishing them is abuse. That's abuse. So the Mom Patrol shirt did not fool me because there's still abuse going on.
I think I was really pretty badly burned if they did that with me.
Well, people were saying that they were nearly burned. Some people were. They didn't like that. That was somebody's birthday party that they were at, or I guess it was at Allie's house, and one of the friends that was there, not Allie, was like, I did not agree with that because the kids could have got burned or whatever. Yeah, that would not be. That's true. That is hearsay. We don't know for sure if that happened.
Pretty much everything's hearsay.
Everything, yeah. I mean, and I do have to say, like, abducting children, looking at the house and the living situation, they are the perfect target. I have to say that. Did somebody around them know about the missing sister and thought, hey, you know, the family's gonna get all the blame for this. We're off scot-free. They're just gonna think. I mean, they are the perfect target. I'm not gonna deny that, especially after seeing Chris's second interview and going through and seeing the house and the living situation. What are the target is usually like very low income families. And well, we have no facts other than Summer is missing, but we also have stories that are changing. I don't care if it's one little thing that's changing. If the truth is being told, nothing changes. What do you think of the rack of semi-clean clothes? Were they clothes ready to be sold? Maybe they were a donation from the church. Either way, again, that means nothing. Honestly, maybe the church gave them some clean clothes because they're doing interviews or something like that. But again, I don't really care. I didn't care that their house was like the way it was. I think that's just a distraction. And I also feel like maybe Chris should have given her a heads up before just going to the house, but I get it. I mean, there's good views and ratings for his channel. But he knew what everyone would be talking about. And I kind of think that was a low move to do, you know? I think they are, Susie. And from what I hear, they're several hours away right now. The parents do not have any communication with them as of right now. Oh, sorry, he used to lunge at you, flung your arms out. Would you judo on me? On your face and tell my mom now it's the law. She touched me first. What? Yeah, and they're minors. We're not going to be told that. That could be stuff that gets sealed that only they know about. I find it interesting. Everyone's like, oh, Candace did something, and poor Dawn. But I only see Candace attending every prayer circle, doing all of these interviews, you know? Candace had solid Summer to one of her cousins that lived 3 states over. They need to talk to Candace about her visit with her cousin concerning Summer. Vanessa Jones. How do we know that? It's very sad. Yes, and I believe that they are going to be getting questions since they have been taken by child services. And one of the things that makes me know that, and that they're not with family. So like, we'll go over my experience in foster care. And I was older at the time. But not going with family. They'll put you in a home that's for kids who, what's the oldest? 13. I don't know all of their ages, but 13 and under. They're going to put them in a home that has special, or supposedly anyway, like special training in children that have a lot of trauma. You know, they're going to be in a home like that. And part of that is right away they're going to have those kids brought to specialists and seeing therapists and things of that nature. So yes, I do believe that they are going to be having the boys talk, or that the boys will be talking. That is one thing SDAs do well. They do try to provide help to people in need, clothes, food. Yeah, and as any church should do, Emerald, I feel, right? Because that's part of it, is helping other humans when you are a church. So that's good. I do like that. There are some things I see the church do that I do think is good. It's just that for me, I can't get behind something that's rewritten and then rewritten just because someone said, God came to them and said that they're supposed to be a prophet. Like, I'm sure no one would believe me if I said I woke up yesterday. Like, tomorrow I wake up and I say, God spoke to me, I'm a prophet. And all of a sudden I start a church. You know what I mean? I don't know if maybe I'm just too old school. And especially with that church's writings being rewrote again when Ellen died because her husband decided to rewrite things. And then that's what they follow. Does that make sense? You feel that summer is just missing and will be found, or do you feel it's a lot worse? Sure. I feel it's a lot worse. But after up until the show that I'm doing right now started, I was watching the church things and a couple things stood out to me. And I'm going to make a video about that. I started kind of contemplating, because the church is like, oh, you'll have a miracle and you'll bring Summer home, take her out of bondage. She's going to need a lot of therapy when she comes home. The church seems so set on she's alive and she's going to be delivered. When you deliver her back to us in one piece, and she's going to need a lot of therapy and this and that, there is a part of me that wonders if someone at the church, because that to me is going to be a friend or acquaintance, right? And I'm not saying Robin has her, but let's say Robin, the Sabbath teacher, or the pastor, or who knows how many other people she loved from that church, was to take her out of a bad situation or something. Would they keep her and then have her come back all of a sudden so they can say that, see, like SDA is the right church? They say every other church is of the devil and this and that. And Don posted that today, that SDA church is the real only church, and that all the other churches are sins, and that the devil made the Baptist and Catholic and Lutheran and all of that. So there's a tiny, tiny part of me that does feel maybe the church has her hiding somewhere, and that maybe are they planning on using this as some kind of weird miracle? God delivered Summer. He's okay. She's alive. And then SDA church is going to look amazing, and then they're going to get a whole lot more followers and stuff, right? There's a part of me that wonders that. Is it a crazy thought? Sure. But I mean, I do wonder that. I was 5 years old, Emma. I'm sorry to hear that. And I got an email. What was her name? I don't think she's in here right now. But there's actually a lady that is going to do a couple shows with me and talking about my past and as well hers, because we just found out that we were a part of the same adoption agency as kids. So, and she even knew and heard about the worker that I used to have. So, do you, Emerald? Okay, so I'm not like too far off, or I'm hope I'm not offending you. Please, I don't mean to. I think Eric, or I Hate Diet Cola, was also, I think he said, somebody else was part of SDA or knew somebody anyways that is SDA. Ellen White is the person who started the SDA religion because she said she was a prophet. God said she was a prophet, so she kind of went off some of, I want to say, well, it's 50-50. Did she go off the Old Testament or New Testament? And she rewrote things saying that God told her to do this and write this, and started a church with it. When Ellen G. White died, well, she actually started this with her husband's best friend, and herself. So she was like the head person. And yeah, Ellen died, and then her husband rewrote her prophecies and continued on. And I think both the husband and by now, yeah, because it was a long time ago, they're both dead, but it continues on. Hey, Pink Ladybug. Hey, Jessica. There's a missing 5-year-old in Idaho. Michael Vaughn. Prayers for a safe return. Thank you, Jessica. Definitely prayers for Michael Vaughn. 5 years old. Yeah, 5 or 6, 5 and 5 years old. Someone said, do you think Don is gone? I do not think that Don has and Candace left. Do I think it will happen? Yes, I do think it will happen, because again, going off of statistics, missing children do break up families. Okay, good, Emerald. The TV did not. Catholics are our favorite target, literally calling them the anti. Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, so there's a little part of me that wonders about the church being involved, or at least knowing about it. And if you all do the research and go on Google, just do 10 minutes of research and Google Seventh-day Adventist Church and missing women. Just put that in your Google search, and you are going to be like, holy cow. I think it's weird that Candace's mom left while this is all happening. Now, it is weird. It really is weird, because to me, everyone is a suspect. We heard law enforcement say everyone is a suspect. So why would she be able to leave? Someone said she's back in Wisconsin. I don't know. That's weird to me. So I can't really touch on it, because it makes no sense. She shouldn't be allowed to leave unless they allowed her to leave, knowing where she's at and can be in contact with her. Maybe she didn't feel safe on the property. There was word that she was afraid of Dawn. Thanks, Rose. Michael also has blonde hair and blue eyes. And Jessica, there you go. That, for some reason, is a huge thing. Madeline McCain, also blonde hair, blue eyes. Those are unfortunately, it's a high percentage of blonde hair, blue-eyed 5-year-old girls that go missing, and they would have to pay all that money back for searchers. Mm. Oh yeah, let me tell you, if the church was involved, yeah, they would be in trouble. But, I mean, I guess there's no way to really prove that. Now, if Summer does come home or be found, and it's from a church member, because that's another thing that was said in prayer circle. Whoever puts eyes on her first, let the glory go to you, God. Not whoever finds her, not whoever's the first to put eyes on her. Let the glory go to you. And I thought that was weird. Also, I guess I think it's all weird. Yep, blonde hair, blue eyes, Tammy. I do believe. I guess. I think Emma wants to see you. Okay, come here. Yes. Likes to lick ketchup chips. Okay, that's enough. We don't want you to tummy ache. That blonde hair, blue eyes thing was a huge down there in the 70s, 80s claim taken to worshiping folks. Yeah. I thought so too, Melissa. You watched it? It was very, very weird. It gave me some weird vibes. Oh, now I'm mm-hmm. He is like one of the most loving cats. Actually, the most loving cat I've ever seen. Matthias, everybody loves you. You can just be the face of voices. You're cuter than me. Who's your favorite? Your dad. Your favorite. I know it's dad, don't worry. No, I can't point the camera over there, but Mr. Shares in his underwear. It was very creepy. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks so. Yeah, Father God. I mean, that's very typical in any church in prayers, like Father God, Jesus, whatever. But it was certain things being said about Summer being delivered to them. Deliver the church, Summer Wells. Deliver her whole. She may need therapy. Like I just didn't know like why was that said. Clearly, if she was delivered after being abducted and who knows what else, obviously she would need therapy. And I know Chris is going to be talking either about Dawn or interviewing Dawn on there. I have no idea. I'm just going to assume it's going over what the phone call is about. There was something else, guys. Seriously. I don't know why I bother taking notes because then I just like steer completely off the track. Anyways, I'm not kidding. Like, not kidding. Literally. And this is just for like half of the first interview. I still have things I want to say on both interviews, but now I'm like waiting to see what Dawn said since he's not supposed to be talking. Yeah, I would think so, too, that the church people were. Where was that? I will find the link after I end this because I just watched it before this. So when this ends, Jessica, I will put a community post with that prayer circle video on here. So right after this is over, look at the community post and I'll post that for you. Hey, Julie, Wally? That's it. I feel like it's Wally. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. That's the other weird thing too. Wait, did I just see Shampoo? Shampoo! Okay. The other weird thing is when they said Hunter's dad, I was unaware who the person was bringing back all of these men, but it was Hunter's dad from New York. Hunter's dad from New York came and brought these guys apparently, and one of them was that Jorge, or what was his name? Well, it was Jorge or Jose. Jose. I sound racist. So what was it? Jose? So Jose apparently came with Hunter's dad, but so Allie's ex. But Allie really liked Jose and didn't want Jose to leave. So why did Jose and Allie have to stay at Candace and Don's house? And Candace was like, okay, this is what gets me kind of mixed up here. Allie and her kids were staying at Candace's house with Jose and these men, right? And Candace told Allie, if you're going to be with him, that's fine. So there must have been some kind of chitter chatter between the two girlfriends, like, well, I think Jose's cute or whatever it was, because why would Candace's reaction be, well, if you're gonna be with him, that's fine. That makes me feel like, why would she even care? She's married. It shouldn't even be. Hey, Claire Bear, long time no see. I'm like yelling. She'll be like, you're so loud on your live streams, and then when you're not, I can barely hear you. I'm not sure where they stayed at that house. I don't want to know, to be honest, because Candace makes it clear that, what did she say? I wrote it down. Candace says they did whatever they did, but I don't know because I wasn't really paying attention, just hanging out with my mom and the kids. And a few days later, still, they're all staying at Candace's and Don's. Now, is Allie's house not like a few minutes away? So 25 minutes away, I guess, if they're drinking and doing a lot of stuff and not wanting to drive, but they didn't live that far apart. So I thought it was a little weird that it seemed like they were staying there for a while anyway, and that Allie would choose to stay there with Jose. I'm terrible with names. No, it's not 45 minutes, Rose. They had said 45 minutes, but Mr. Shared mapped it out with the addresses, and it was like 21 minutes apart. There was no room, yeah. So for Candace to say, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, whatever, I just paid attention to my mom and my kids for days, and that she had no idea what those two were up to while they were staying in her house, that makes no sense to me. So I mean, I'm gonna say that does not make any sense. I don't understand why was Allie and the kids staying there for a few days. Why didn't Allie take Jose back to her house? Anyways, a couple days later, Jose said, I like chicks with dicks. I don't really know what that means, or I don't want to know what that means. Again, I don't care. Yeah. He likes chicks with dicks, and then that made Allie pissed and told Candace's mom, "Take me and my kids home." And then ever since then, Allie's been hateful towards Candace and Candace doesn't really understand. Dude, why do you get all the love and the licks and I get butthole in my face? Anyways, yeah, so I don't understand it. So then Allie takes off with her kids. Dawn comes home, sees Jose. I don't know why I want to keep saying Jorge. Sees Jose at the house with Candace and freaks out, which I understand because, yeah, I understand. And Candace's mom then decides to drive Jose to North Carolina now. Now, am I wrong? I have to go back and listen for 100th time. But did she not say on Unmasked with Teresa that Jose got driven to Utah? But then she told Chris got driven to North Carolina. So I don't know. To me, I swear she said on Unmasked it was Utah that Jose went to. I don't know what my problem is with saying Jose, you guys. I'm sorry. If I say Jorge, I mean Jose. Yeah, and I'm not sure why would Grandma do all the driving. I don't know. Maybe she meant round trip. When I'm asked, I say round trip time. I give way too much. Rose. I'm not sure because Allie said that Jose hit on her 14-year-old daughter as well on social media. So Jorge is easier to say. Jose seems to get around. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know about Grandma. Hopefully we'll hear about that. And then did you guys pick up the whole flowers at the state park? Now, I had one person leave in the comments, I'm a gardener. I garden, and you can't dig flowers and then drive home with them. They will wilt and die before you get home and transplant them. Now, I appreciate the comment, thank you, and no disrespect, but there's plenty of times where I have gotten from like my kids' family members, bleeding hearts are one of them. I like them, or so many different things where I would drive an hour and a half home with these plants and transplant them, and they did fine. So I have to very kindly disagree with that comment left to me that no, it's nearly impossible to transplant flowers after undigging them, and they'd be dead, and it would be not possible by the time they made it home. That lake is 30 minutes from their house, maybe. So no, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said he likes chicks with dicks. Weird. I don't know, or I don't know if he was calling Allie that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why Allie would be upset with Candace for that, unless maybe she laughed about it. Like I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, that is true, Tammy. I'd love to see a photo of Jose. He must be a big man for Allie. I believe Candace posted one of Allie on top of Jose. We all thought it was Hunter, or is it Jose? Or is it Hunter in that one picture? I don't even know anymore, you guys. Because Allie took off leaving Jose, so to get him out of there, Grandma drove him home. I'm sure to prevent a problem. Yeah, I mean, because a little problem started when Dawn got home. Slept in a cupboard under the stairs type of situation. Well, I mean, it was a regular basement. I don't. If you guys notice, I'm not really trying to talk about their living environment because I don't want to. I've known people to live like that. I lived in a trailer park, which is not too far off of what we just saw. So wasn't as messy as that. But I just don't think it matters. I could see why maybe the boys were removed for now, maybe until the house gets cleaned up or something like that. But I don't think that, I think talking about the living environment and the shed door being open or a Girls Gone Wild being on the TV is all distractions. It has nothing to do with Summer being missing. Someone didn't come and kidnap Summer, or Summer didn't possibly have foul play at home because the kitchen's full of shopping bags and toilet paper, or because she slept in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Or because a shed door was open. You know what I mean? She posted proof Allie is a liar. It was Jose Allie on top. That's what I thought. Thank you. Yeah, I was aware. Thank you. He might be listening, and I mean, that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to lie and be like, I love this or I love that just because a certain someone is listening or not listening, but thank you. I do appreciate that. Yeah, and I did see that post earlier, which is another thing that's weird because your daughter is missing, but you're more concerned with pimping out the church. Maybe I shouldn't have said pimping out the church. Pimping out the church. I don't know how else to put it. But when your Summer loves Seventh-day Adventist Church, and you will too, and it's a picture of your missing daughter holding a puppy, that to me was just crazy. Thank you, Country Sunshine. You got off of a chat with self-righteous Karens. I had to leave. Hate. Thank you. I mean, we get some hate in here. Well, while I don't really agree with everything, I mean, everyone, for the most part, as long as they're respectful, can have their opinions. You can come up here and say your opinions. You can have friendly debates over here with me, and that is fine if it's respectful. I'm not trying to say I know everything because I Googled some things for a few days. I don't know. Nobody knows. I just know that I'm steered away from Watts because I keep dreaming about summer walls. I think it's just a mother in me, honestly. Like my abusive ex, he got my kids. My oldest was 5 years old. And so I think that's a little part of why it's hard on me. How some people say they feel about Cece and Bella in the Watts case is how I'm really feeling about Summer. And some of it is because I got thrown in the foster care at 5 years old. And the things that we're seeing with the family dynamic, the living dynamic in situations, the abuse, sexual, physical. I've been that 5-year-old girl, so I think it's just hitting a little closer to home for me, and I can't stop thinking about it. I might be driving Mr. Sher nuts. He might just be glad not to hear Chris Watts' name anymore. Lisa Avery, hello. And Kelly Green, hello. Sorry if I'm missing anyone. I'm looking at notes and thinking, what? That's nuts. The child is missing and he's giving Church a bug. Yes, Emerald. Yes, absolutely. It's weird to me. I think what bothers me most is Candace is acting like a perfect mom. I think it makes her story unbelievable. I do not like that, but let's say we're wrong. What if she did come up with knowing that there's that many sex offenders around? It is not impossible. I cannot say without a reasonable doubt Candace did this. Summer didn't get taken. I mean, I know what I feel, but there is other possibilities. Just like I can't say without a reasonable doubt Chris Watts acted alone. I cannot say.
Okay, I'm going to play now. Like another video uploaded, the one with Don and Randy. It's 3 parts. I had to, or not. I have an hour-long screen record. That would never load. Okay, and I'm going to play that because that's what we was kind of waiting on. This is the continuance of what we was watching. This is what I wanted to show.
Legally married. We'll put the facts out there. But Michael's father and I have worked closely with law enforcement, the FBI, NCMEC, anybody and everybody that could possibly help.
Right. Yeah, you turn to everybody you can. And,
yeah,
you know,
and you take the punches.
Right. Absolutely. That's why I turned to social media, because we're sitting here all alone. We can't sleep. I thought, well, I can't go out there and search and break people's doors down. That don't work. And get into all kinds of trouble, possibly get killed or hurt somebody else or whatever. Something's going to go down eventually. So you can't do that. So
I'm going to keep that screen cover thing up with cotton candy on it because I did not edit these screen records, so I don't want to, like, somebody texting me or I did not go through them. I probably should have before I put them on here. But plus, it's easier for that bitch not to strike me.
Well, I'll be honest with you, sir. My fiance actually had to call the police on me because I was going to go kick somebody's door in.
Right, exactly.
But I walked every step an inch with them, and I still do.
Right, of course.
I just talk about Summer.
Yeah, we've been talking about Summer for 2 years, for over 2 years. I mean, we went wide open with Summer. We put a lot of her pictures on social media, pictures we shouldn't have put out there, in the hopes that somebody would recognize her. That was our hope. We wasn't worried about how we looked or how dirty her face was or anything else.
I understand.
We was worried. We wanted people to see her face. And
he says he wouldn't worry about how clean her face was, but earlier in this, he was talking about that he made sure that his kids were clean. Can't have both there, Donny boy.
Every feature of her in the hopes that someone would see her. And we took the punches big time for that, with all the haters and the narcissistic conspiratists that are out there and everything else. And we're still taking a lot of heat and punches from these people.
And you brush it off.
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. But when they come out to your job and they come out to your house and they do all that stuff, and they come sneaking up your driveway at 3 a.m. and every damn thing else, you can't just.
Or they walk into your job and call you a murderer right to your face.
Exactly, and that's happened to Candace many times when she's been in public.
Who did that to Brandy? Did somebody do that to Brandy? That's awful if they did that to Brandy.
Yeah, but you still go. You still do it because you know your truth.
You don't have a choice. Yeah, you got to keep moving. You got to keep going. But it still hurts like hell.
Do you know Summer's favorite flower?
I don't know that she had a favorite flower. I think she liked all flowers.
Yeah, all little kids love all flowers. Well, Mr. Wells, I appreciate you talking with me for a minute.
No problem. I hope you're doing better. I know you've been through pure hell because we've been going through the same hell.
I'm going through hell, but I go every day. I've got my littles resting.
Yeah,
That's good.
And has there been any updates or anything on Monkey's case?
I was gonna ask that, but
There is.
Good. I know that you can't talk about a lot of it, but we are still praying for you guys.
Miss Daisy.
Daisy don't give
Yes.
two fucks. That bitch don't
Please.
pray. If she prayed, the fucking
Do not
devil
use
would
Michael's
strike her
name
house.
when you are talking about SA or our situation. Please. There is.
Good. I know that you can't talk about a lot of it, but we are still praying for you guys.
Miss Daisy.
Yes.
Please. Do not use Michael's name when you are talking about SA or our situations. Do not use Michael's name in that.
Who said I was doing
It
that?
I've seen it. You were running Michael's name, which I'm very grateful for that you always run Michael's name and the phone number for contacts for tips. But when it comes to those situations, please do not run my son's name.
When have I run your son's name and talked about SA? Please tell me that. I know a lot of people are in your ear right now, Brandy. And
No, this is me. This is me. This is all me.
For you all when other people were attacking you, just like they are Dawn and Candace. And
that's not my place. But my place is to protect my son and my family. And you had a live within the past week with Mr. Wells, and you were running Michael's name across with him telling his truth. So I'm respectfully asking not to associate Michael with any of those situations, please.
I'll just take his name and pictures completely down. I appreciate you. I know that you have had a lot of people in your ear. Remember, I was here first before the rest of them. I know I was here supporting you before the lab and everybody else. I know a lot of people's been in here. I've supported you 100%, but you've obviously influenced by people.
No.
Yes, you have.
No, and you know what those people have done for our family and Michael.
For your family, but they've also attacked this family. And you know what? Get this. She was over in a person's chat that I can't talk about right now. Before she came over here, she was over in that person's chat and talking about this. So I knew there was an agenda because I could seen her over there in that chat. So I think I handled this situation better than what most people would have, because she had been over in that troll's chat before she came over to my chat. Feels like to be attacked. I know.
I'm asking in honor and in respect.
And they were live streaming me. They were live streaming me over on that chat.
Okay, what's it matter if she's where she goes? You know, like, why does it matter? You can't pick and tell where people go. Is that why you got something on Candace? Is that why she's still up your ass, Daisy? Do you like Candace up your ass or that rooster that pecked your cooter when you had your moo-moo on? That's true story. You like shit pecking your ass. Fucking. Oh.
She was in. That she was a mod for. They gave her a ranch. The same chat. Well, I'm not going to address the other things, but I'm just saying.
Michael and my family. Please. I'm not saying anything else.
I'll take it completely out, Brandon. And I'm sorry that these people have influenced you like this. And for you to be attacked horribly by people, you should understand what Dawn and Candace is going through.
I do, and I have been very empathetic. You can ask anybody that knows me. And I have tried to be supportive and kind and respectful.
So I'd say
I've had my opinions, yes.
Well, we all have our opinions, but if it's true or not, and it's not fair for you to have an opinion like that when you've been through the same thing.
Well, I'm asking you right now, my son hasn't been through something like that. So I'm just asking, please do not use Michael Joseph Bond's name when you're talking about SA or ours. Please. And thank you.
Your son no more. Anything about Monkey anymore.
Wow. Really? That's how you're going to go, Miss Daisy.
Well, that's obviously how you're going to go. You come up here to be.
No, ma'am. I'm not.
Candace, when you've been through the same thing, harsh reality has put you and your husband through.
Oh.
I stood up beside of you all.
Yep.
You think that Miss McDonough's not persuading the agenda? Please people invited him.
Ma'am, I haven't spoke to Chris McDonough in
What you're doing
months.
there.
Praise
No,
the
what
Lord
I'm
for that.
doing right now is being
I respect
respectful
you.
and trying to help find
So when you do
our
that,
little loves. And I'm asking you to be respectful of my son.
Well, they
and
put, at least I put your son's name out here. They talk about SA. Don put an SA on this baby all the time, and you're just fine with all the rest of them. But all of a sudden, you have a problem with me. That doesn't.
I'm not saying I have a problem with you. I'm saying I have a problem with you having my son's name attached to those issues. Okay, that's
Brandy really wasn't asking much, and I get it. You know, I think she believes that they're guilty. They are.
all I'm saying, and I'm being respectful as I can, Miss Daisy, right now, because
Well, for
I
can
know
say
we've
something?
both been through hell.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Your
Yes, Ms.
son,
Rose, I'm
your
sorry.
your son is completely innocent and too young to even understand anything about them things.
Exactly, and that's all I'm asking is the respect to not be
And my
his name to be
daughter,
associated with that.
and the same with my daughter.
Remember
My
that
da-
when they're talking about your son, when they're
My
putting
daughter,
Summer.
my daughter is innocent and too young to
Yes.
understand anything about SA.
Right. So
So
her
I
name
think-
should not be attached as that as well.
Well, we
in
have
my
to look.
opinion,
We have
sir.
to look at things realistically. I mean, whoever come and took my daughter, they didn't come up here to take her to Disneyland. I mean, whoever took her, they done it for bad intentions. And and unfortunately, sexual abuse is high on the list of the reasons that they take little kids. Unfortunately, that's the reality. There's sickos out there.
Yes, and that's fact, and it is true.
Have put that on. Josh, including Josh, Dustin, all of these people that's in your ear has put that on baby Summer. It's really bad.
No.
It was because of what Mary. Well, I won't do it no more because that's fine.
Miss Daisy, will you just calm yourself for just a second, honey? And listen, look, this has nothing to do with anybody else, and I know this is your channel. And Mr. Wells, I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful, but you're talking about these babies and all of these things. Maybe you should talk about these babies instead of all this other stuff when you hashtag their names. So that's what I'm going to say about it.
I talk about the babies all the time.
You do? No, you talk more about the drama.
I talk about the drama. Have you seen?
Yes, and you blame everybody else.
See exactly what I was talking about. Exactly. Why did you have to bring that up? Because somebody's been in her ear. She does not know what I've been through. That channel that she was on, that she was over there in before she came over. Yeah. That to me was being disrespectful.
Now,
because that I wanted to be with the crowd and all about the drama, I would have turned against her with everybody else, but I didn't do that. I stood by her when nobody else did. Literally, nobody else did. Hurts me.
Miss Daisy, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you.
Brandy, do you know?
And I know you are trying to keep the names out there, but go back to your roots, love. That's
Brandy,
my honest opinion.
that they have doxed my home and try to get Christine fired. Do you know how ruthless these people have went to hurt me? Do you have?
You really want to go down that road with me?
No, I don't, because I know people.
No, or Mr. Wells, exactly. And I understand that, but look, you're talking about our children.
I've not talked about Monkey. I always try to keep his face out there.
Exactly, and I appreciate that, but I'm asking you respectfully, when you're talking about certain situations, please do not associate Michael's name with that.
Okay, Brandy has me on private messenger. She has me, I've messaged her privately a lot on Facebook. This is something she could have sent me a private message to do, but she knew.
This broke my heart that Daisy done this to Brandy. That wasn't right. It's her kid, Daisy, not yours. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Daisy, how dare you? How fucking dare you? You want to make it all about you? That's straight narcissism, bitch. Your money train's coming to an end. Choo choo. Who's still here? High Priestess, you still here, love? I'm just listening. Don't feel good. Right now, I'm rolling my charger up to my MacBook. It had died on me. I want to hold this cup. Do what you knew. Kesha, you still here? Beautiful. I'm gonna let this play on, then I'm gonna go back to shares. I got another part to it, but it's up to y'all if you want to listen to it after this. I just think it's interesting what Donna has to say through all this conversation.
I was being live streamed by that other creator, and they were hate bashing in that channel, and she knew that, yet she wanted to come up there and address that while they were all streaming me. See what I'm saying? I was being streamed. I can't mention the name because of legal issues right now, by that creator that she was in that chat talking about me. So yeah. Yet she addressed it, which I put this in private. I put this in private because of respect for her. I knew she was not in a good way, and I knew it wasn't going to be good. So I put this in private so nobody else could see. But that troll channel hacked into my back chat and took it and stole it from me and played it on his live. And then Crime Lines and Lies stole it and Pearls and used it against me. When I put this in private because I knew it wasn't going to be good. Out of respect for her and Dawn. It was stolen, and Crime Lines and Lies got struck because of it. She stole it, and she still has it under members only.
Thank you. And I
Look, she can't even stay stolen right. I can't with this one. She needs to go. It's time.
And I thank you so much for always keeping Michael's name out there. But I'm asking you respectfully, when it comes to those situations, please do not associate Michael's name to those things, because that's nowhere around
I hope
Michael.
you keep that with everybody else too. I hope that's something that you keep with everyone else too. Now, I don't know if Brandy's aware of the legal issues that's going on in my life with these YouTubers. I don't think she knows the legal issues. And last night, she pretty much didn't care, in my opinion. Last night, when I mentioned what I was going through, I felt like she didn't feel like that mine was as important as what she's been going through. But literally, the chat that she had been in before she came out here, that
what she's going through is worse than what Brandy's going through? I don't think so, Cow. I don't think so. You got a lot of that on yourself, what you're going through, Biggin.
Live streamed me, stole my content, and played it and gave it to Crime Lines and Lies through Justin, is the one that I'm having to legal problem, having legal issues with right now that I can't talk about. I don't know if she knows all this stuff, what all has happened to me. I don't know about everything that's happened to me. I can't talk about it right now, but maybe she does, maybe she don't. But I know that before she came over here and did this, I saw her over in that live. And she came from that live.
Daisy is not a victim at all. She's a fucking piece of shit.
But I felt like that I needed to let her come up because I let everybody come up. And so that's why I put it in private. So I wouldn't show this confrontation between her and Dawn. Because she knew that it was being live streamed. She knew it. So the fact of the matter is, it was stolen. The content was, and it was given to Crime Lines and Lies, who played it, and other creators. Like a lot of my other content is being stolen and live streamed. Let's finish.
And I do with Josh and Mr. McDonough and everyone.
Well, I don't see them posting Michael's name every day or their face every day. I don't see that. I do.
Because
I don't see them doing that, Brandy. I don't.
Because there's other things.
I always try to keep Michael's face out here. That's absolutely right. Every day. And I had no idea Monkey's name was scrolling down the bottom of that live stream. And I do respect Brandy for that. I do respect and understand that she don't want that. And that is fine. I mean, I totally understand that. It just could have been handled a little bit more differently. I totally understand that. But literally, since Brandy came on my channel, I've always shared Monkey's name and I've always shared his face. And I've always tried to keep it out there. I have. And when people were on her hard attacking her, I had her back. I yelled at Bullhorn Betty. I mean, and normally I would never do that because I went for Harsh because Harsh had said all them horrible things about her family. And Christine did a video. I cried all weekend. It's not like that, they are taking this confrontation right here, twisting it and continuing it for drama. And Crime Lines and Lies and Pearls are the main ones behind this. And another person who stole my content. This was stolen content that was put in private. And I made private because I wanted people to see what really did happen. I don't always talk about his case because I don't think there's anything new, and I don't want to go looking deep.
Miss Daisy, honestly, I will ask you right now this question. When was the last time you posted a picture of Michael?
Probably a couple weeks back during my intro. Every intro.
It's in your intro.
Look.
When was the last time you spoke on Monkey?
The last time I spoke was when you came in here. The last time I think I've spoke a few more times about it. I brought it up in there about his case, but I don't go deep into it because of respect for the case. But I always show him in my intros with.
Okay, that's all of that one. I think I'm going to end this here. We will watch tomorrow. Everything where we left off. Let's see. Let's start with shares tomorrow. Let me see here. Now I'm going to play the rest of shares here because it's not much left on it, and I'll just start fresh tomorrow.
Candace acted alone, or can't, you know what I mean? I can't say that. Don not really being involved in the prayer circles and things like that. I heard that he wasn't allowed because I guess he flipped out. All right, well, I guess one of the other things to me, I'm not sure if anyone picked this up, but TBI said that they cannot confirm that Don was at work that day. We heard from Don himself. He went to work that day, and who did he bring with him? Just put it in the chat. Who went to work with Don June 15th? You heard he was at work? Yeah, that's what they said. He was at work, but law enforcement came out and said that they cannot confirm that. Tammy, ayo! I feel a little bit of empathy for Candace, but at the same time, I'm going to be honest with my opinion and say that it makes me angry that I feel that if she didn't harm her daughter, that she at least knows who did, she knows what's up. And so what I don't like and what makes me very, very angry as a mother is that she'll be taking the sympathy from everyone, oh, poor Candace and whatnot. But it makes me angry. It makes me angry that everyone's so poor Don, poor Candace, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that. And I'm being honest in saying that because if we're going back to statistics, this is a family member or somebody that's close to the family. Even if it was a friend or let's say it's a church person, I believe the family knows. And so for them to be getting sympathy from people about this, it actually, and I am being honest, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but my honest reaction and feelings are, it pisses me off. Is it an interview? Okay, thank you, A. Will. I'm definitely gonna be watching. Yeah, that's the hardest part. I feel empathy and confusion. Yeah, Aaron, and that's normal. I guess it would be better to give the empathy and then when we know more, there is a little part of me that does feel, and don't come for me for saying this, I'm being honest in my feelings where I question why is law enforcement not saying more or maybe doing more? I know that's probably, I'm not trying to be mean in saying that, but there's a part of me in big sex rings like that, there are a lot of law enforcement that are involved in these things and that can help hide it. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm only saying I do wonder. I do. Are you not watching this? And why are they not doing more? Why do they seem like they don't really care? And maybe that's wrong of me to say, but it is how I feel. And yes, the boys went. Don said the boys went with me to work, right? So we're going to go with what we've heard from Don's mouth, Candace's mouth, and what's been out there. The boys were with Don at work. So now let's go back to her dropping off Hunter at whatever we'll say between 2 and 3. Okay, we'll be fair. Between 2 and 3 because they said it was 2 or 2:30 or whatever. So between 2 and 3, Hunter was dropped off. They go home, and she says she right away goes in the house, gets the boys to come and bring in the groceries. I get that. I would do the same. Some of the girls and tell your brothers stay out here and help unload groceries or something like that. So I get that. However, Don called 911. He was one of the people that called 911. Candace called him. Hey, she's missing, right? Don said call 911. And he said he called 911 on his way home from work, and he was like 5 minutes away from home. And this was at Well, I mean, she didn't go missing until 6:30, but we're being told 5:30, but then law enforcement says 6:30. So between 5:30 and 6:30, either way, the boys were home though, between 2 and 3. When Candace got home, the boys were home. The boys had to watch Summer. The boys said she was downstairs playing with their toys. So did Don come home in the afternoon and drop the boys off? But then why would he say that they were at work with him all day? So I don't understand, how did the boys get home when she was home from the lake and grocery shopping then? But Don was still at work, but the boys went with him to work. Are you following me? This does not make sense. Oh, a telephone interview after he was told not to talk. Well, again, I now 100% believe my thoughts and theories on the church helping and coaching are correct. If anyone can give me background and find out if Chris, the interview person, is affiliated with SDA religion at all, that'd be awesome. And drop it in my email, because I was questioning that, because I do feel like he is helping coach her and change her appearance or whatever, you know. And he is, I mean, he was a detective. We know what they do. She said the boys were at home, right? But everyone's saying boys went to work with Don. Candace and Don say that. So how did the boys get home then? Are we not being told Don dropped the boys off maybe at lunchtime and went back to work? Did Don come home often? Or like Mr. Scher, he'll come home for lunch, but he doesn't work that far away. Now we're going to go back to him saying his job was an hour away from home. So do you think that he drove an hour, dropped the boys off so he could help, the boys could help unload groceries, and then he drove an hour back to work? Like, I'm sorry, but no, that doesn't make sense. I have a stupid question. Was the door to the outside of the basement in Don and Candace's room? Yes, you could go. That's why Chris was saying, like, can I get in there by going around and using the door? And she was like, it's just easier this way. There is a door down there. There's windows down there. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rose. So am I. But there's some things that just aren't making sense. You know, the boys went with Don to work. Then how the hell were they home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when Don didn't get home until after Summer was reported missing? The boys were with him. Do you see what I'm saying? It's everybody is lying, and I don't understand. But I am going to. There's so much more, you guys. I have so much more. I'm not even done. And now Don's doing an interview, so I am going to be Tammy and Nellie and I. Mr. Scher won't be here tomorrow. He might actually join us, but he has to go out of town for work. Boo. But tomorrow night, Tammy and Nellie and I will go over more. We'll be talking about this again tomorrow night. And I'm going to Friday night have Krista Riccello back on. Yeah, for the most part, I'm kind of staying away from Watts until after the anniversary stuff is over, because I do really, really care for Jamie and really got to know the Watts, and I like them and I have respect for them. And I don't want to, I know, I mean, there's some common sense what a hard time this is, but I know because I really, like, I talk to Jamie a lot. I know that they really like dread this time. It's not, they dread every day. Every day they live in August 13th, right? So I want to be the last person that's bothering them or covering Chris Watts during this time, if that makes sense, for some respect to them. Yeah, I welcome everyone. Go watch Don's thing tonight. Look up the SDA Church tomorrow. Good, Tammy. Good. You know, we'll do our usual, and then we're going to open up the panel. And again, if you want to come up on the panel and you don't agree with everything that I'm saying, please don't let that stop you, because that's welcome. We can learn from each other. It's about trying to find what we can to help bring Summer home. And we can't all have the same thoughts and opinions and bounce that off of each other, or where do we get? We get nowhere, right? So I would really love it. Emerald, if you would like to come up, I would love that tomorrow, or anyone that has anything to say, whether it differs from what I'm saying or how I feel in my heart about it. Don't let that. You'll be welcome. You'll be treated respectfully. The only people that will be kicked off is if you're going to come up and just be nasty right away, like, F you, Scher, what are you doing, or whatever. Okay, goodbye. But I mean, we're not going to get any more answers. We're not going to be able to find Summer by only having people with one opinion and one way of thinking on here. So I welcome it to everyone tomorrow night, everyone who can debate and respectfully put their thoughts and opinion out, and you will be welcomed and treated just as you treat us on the panel. I do welcome you guys. Look up SDA Church and all of the missing people that they have been involved with. Just again, Google SDA Church and missing people, and you will be shocked. Do go ahead and watch the interviews with Chris, all 3 of them, if you have the time, or if you want to watch them again if you haven't already, just to refresh your memory. Those are Mountain Girl 1 or 212, I believe is her number. Shoot, I can't remember, but she had said it like, oh, thank you so much. And Sammy Confused, hello. Sorry, I'm missing people coming in. I'm not trying to be rude and ignore you at all. Something's not adding up as well. I'll know that you would have to be most criminals in America to think that those dogs would not bark. That's why I'm saying I don't think there was a vehicle at all that went there. And she has a gate at the end of her driveway, you guys, that's closed and locked. Oh, yeah. So it was someone on foot. And then I think, well, someone on foot, yeah, I could see the dog's not barking. But then would we not hear Summer screaming, Mom, help, or something? Do you know what I mean? It's bothering me, you guys. I can't stand it. And quick question: do you guys think that they did take flowers from that water area? Do you think, Grandma, and that's what they were transplanting that day? And the only reason I ask is because if they will lie about something little like that, you know, it does make me wonder, what else then are you lying about? You know what I mean? Ashby, hello. How close that road is to the valley? Yes, that's true. And she could have fallen, but I don't know how old or how long they lived there. And again, if there was an accident on the property and they panicked, I can understand that. They don't have good rap sheets. It wouldn't look good. Some people's, what do you call it, fight or flight reactions are just weird. They make a stupid decision. Oh, it's an accident. My child's dead. And then they make a stupid decision after stupid decision, and they get too far into it. It's bad. But unfortunately, I'm not thinking it was an accident because, again, I'm going with statistics. And I'm going with a 5-year-old girl that was about to go to school and be able to talk to people. I'm not sure if the kids were a part of the SDA school. I'm going to assume maybe they were, but I believe it's a private school that costs money. Maybe they couldn't afford that school, so maybe they weren't in a SDA private school. I'm not sure. If anyone does know the answer to that, I'd love to know, were they in just a regular school or were they in one of those Seventh-day Adventist schools? Sure, someone could have been laying down on that little valley, called her, and took her, rode us right down that dip by trailer. Yeah, but I would feel like unless they were passed out from, I don't know, drinking or something, if Summer was to scream at all, and let's say she was outside or she was playing with her toys, someone came really quick and abducted her. She went on her swing and someone grabbed her. She would scream, right? Summer was a very, she took no shit from her brothers, it sounds like, and stuff like that. I feel like she would have made some noise. And then I feel like, would the dogs go off? That would have alerted Candace, the grandma, or Candace, the mom. That's right, Emerald, they're not free. So it could be that they just can't afford the SDA school, where I don't think that they would worry about what Summer would say then if she was a part of that school. But she was starting in what I believe to be just a regular school. And where, yeah, she'd be around teachers and stuff and start to talk. And again, going with statistics, because this is what Dawn keeps throwing out, is the statistics of it all. I think that it was no accident. I think that, well, you all know what I think. So we'll leave it at that. Hey, Giselle, or Chelsea. I butchered half your guys' name. I'm so sorry. Late at night, my dogs went out, wouldn't stop barking. I checked my son's 4-wheeler ran out of gas, so it was parked in the wrong spot. They were barking at the 4-wheeler. They're smart like that. Yeah. That is true. She's friendly with people, loves candy. Absolutely. That is another thing. If they maybe like, your dog is down here or something, or yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like for it to be so quiet, I feel as though it would have had to have been someone she knew at least then. If it was somebody who just came on property to abduct her, I believe then it would have been someone she knew. But I'm sorry, statistically, when there is a 5 or a 6-year-old little girl that's kidnapped or abducted, it's 47% chance it's the mom or dad. And it's a very high percentage that if it was a family acquaintance or a friend like Hunter, again, it's very high percentage that there was, how old is Hunter? 15, right? I don't know. I mean, the only thing good I can say, I know a lot of people are thinking they saw Candace differently. No, she's innocent. I don't see it like that. I saw a lot of strategic things being done to soften Candace. Yeah, she cried. Oh, she cried. She wiped the tear away. She did. I saw that. I didn't see the tear, but he was the only one standing that close to her. But when did she cry? Y'all watch that? She didn't cry when talking about Summer swimming or standing right there. The last place she took her kids swimming or had, one of the last places she had a good time supposedly with her daughter. That doesn't bring you to tears, but you worry about yourself and the online hate and bullying you're getting and everyone being against me. That's when she cried and had a tear. When it was about her receiving hate. And she did get a little, well, not a little, she got a lot defensive when Chris said, what's the likeliness that she got abducted? What percentage do you think it is? And Candace goes, oh, I don't know, like 50-50. Like, if you know in your heart, you're telling all of these interviewers, like, I know in my heart, she was abducted. Someone took her. I know someone took her. But then you're saying, well, I don't really know 50-50. Why would you not say, I know 100%. I know like 99%, because that's what we've been hearing them say all along, right? So for her to say, I don't know, maybe 50% chance she was abducted, to me, that seemed off. That didn't seem right, because if I believed she was really abducted and Chris asked me, well, Cher, what's the percentage? And I was just going all over all of the other interviews saying, I know in my heart, I would say, Chris, 100%. 99.9% sure she got abducted, because that's how they've been talking and doing other interviews. 50% is a very low percentage for her to feel that her kid was abducted. So I'm just throwing that out there too. And I'm pretty sure that would be something that law enforcement picked up on. There was a couple things that she said that stood out to me, and I noticed that Chris noticed them too, little things. But that 50% one, I really stood out to me, because we've all heard it. They were 100% sure that's what happened. So why now only say 50? I also feel that Candace may be aware who took her. Yep. Yeah, Lisa, I haven't really heard her say she fell into something or whatever. I don't know. Jessica Lynn, no, it very well could be. And we didn't get to see the whole, you can see that things are edited out of there. We didn't get to see it all, and that's fine. But one of my kids is missing. I'm crying. Like, my kids are healthy and fine and safe, but I'm 10 hours away from them. And there's a lot of times where I cry here and there because I miss them. So I feel as though, and everyone has different reactions, so, don't come for me, but I just don't see her acting right like many others. Right, and that's true. I'm not Candace, and not everyone has the same emotion like Chris Watts. So I get it. I do understand that, Jessica. I would be a mess. Any more questions? Okay, well, tomorrow night, if you guys make sure you watch Down Sitting, because we'll be talking about it tomorrow. I'll be taking my notes because I'm watching that. And yeah, we'll go and open the panel up. And again, if you have different opinions, as long as you're respectful, please come up and chat about it, because it's the only way that we can bounce off ideas and possibly figure out something or try and bring Summer home. We can't all have the same opinions and think we're gonna get anywhere. Okay, Lisa Avery. Chris said she was hysterical by the swim hole. He just didn't film it. I know what he said, but people can say anything. It doesn't necessarily mean I believe it. Also, if she was hysterical, doesn't mean she's innocent. Even if I saw her crying a river, okay, I still wouldn't. That wouldn't make me feel like she's innocent. It just wouldn't. It would make me feel like the guilt is finally taking hold, or something like that. Just because someone cries doesn't mean I feel like, oh, that person's innocent. That's what they wanted us to think when they put that stupid shirt on her. I'm sorry, it didn't work for me. That's possible too, Pam. And I mean, if it comes out that it is an abduction or somebody other than the church or the family, I will definitely be the first one to put a public apology for feeling the way that I feel. But I have these feelings, I guess, not just because, oh, I watched one interview or, one time. I rewatched again. I researched every day. Like the first thing I do in the morning is I check Google to see has Summer Wells been found, because I don't know what happens in the 2 hours I sleep. And ever since the damn Trump election, that's the first thing I do, because I mean, I remember thinking, I'm going to bed, no way is Trump going to be president, and I woke up and Trump was president. So I wake up now and I check the news right away. That's true. Yes, absolutely. You cry because the guilt's taking over. You're in fear, like you're about to get caught. And I do see that they are being very open. People are saying, oh, well, they're not guilty. They let him at her house and they didn't even have to clean up. Like, she just let him right in. That to me doesn't mean shit. And I'll tell you why. Because if Summer was alive and fine and nothing happened and she walked into a car willingly, or she was sleeping and carried to a car and brought somewhere, or something of that nature, there's not going to be anything found in the house. There's not going to be any reason why you can't let someone in that house. And by then, the boys were already removed from the home. So they didn't really care about if the house was a mess or not. The boys aren't there. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. But I will give them, I don't know if you want to call it credit. With my kids' father, we lived in the middle of the woods. Bears roamed our backyard all the time. Bears, deer, foxes, coyotes, everything that they're saying, snakes. We have all that. The boys still have all of that. But that is one thing we've always said. Like, I got nervous. I actually had peacocks for a while, just because that in like Indonesia and stuff like that, they will alert if there's a tiger around or a bear around, that and they eat ticks and everything. So yeah, I mean, that was always a warning, telling the kids that you could get eaten by a bear. Like, don't you go, so I understand. And I do believe that they did make that very known. I don't think she's guilty at all. Had nothing to do with her shirt. How many of you are ready to open your doors to the world already judging you? And that's true too, true also, Jessica. I mean, that's right, because if anything was to happen, let's say me and Mr. Share, something happened, Mr. Share is missing, or I go missing, and all of a sudden he's investigated or I'm investigated, it's not going to look good on any of us. But that's unfortunately what happens in all cases. If you guys know the very public rape cases on TV, I mean, even the one where the high school girl was raped by the entire football or lacrosse team, the defense is to bring out everything good, everything bad, and some judges don't even allow the good that you've done in your life. So I do get it, Jessica, but I mean, I don't know. She's damned if she does, and she's damned if she doesn't. People complain because she sent her boys to search. Come on, and if she didn't send them, oh, that is absolutely, I agree with that. I do agree with that. And again, if I'm wrong on my thoughts and feelings, but I have so many different thoughts and feelings, like you all do, it is a lot like the Lots' case. Well, then find this. Well, it could be Hunter, with the statistics. It could have been an accident, and Candace and Don are just covering it up. Maybe it was she did get sold, or maybe it's so the church can play off some miracle. Or, I mean, if we find out that the family is not involved, I will apologize. But I know, not just from my own research and watching and rewatching things, I'm also making my judgments from my own past. And maybe that's not fair, but with the life I've been through and everything, it's hard to not put that into this. You know what I mean? So yeah, and Murphy's Law, I started out saying I haven't brought attention to their living conditions, environment, the stupid shed door being open, or things like that. The whatever was on the TV, Girls Gone Wild, or some weird rock band where girls Gone Wild. I mean, I don't know, nor do I care, because it has nothing to do with Summer being missing. You're the one. I was okay. You emailed me, right? I got that email, just so you know. And I'm sorry. I will reply today. Yes. Okay. I was just telling about you. I think before you got in here. Hey, Angie. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna let you go because we got that in an hour and a half with Dawn's interview. We're going on 2 hours now. So everyone watch that, and we'll have an open panel tomorrow to discuss it and just bounce off ideas. I don't want it to be a place of attack, and yeah, we won't be allowing like, to me, the little things, the condition of their house, that doesn't matter. Silly things like that. We're not here to like condemn them for that. It's literally about trying to all come together, bounce things off of each other. Maybe we can come up with something that helps. Just maybe. I don't know. But I love you guys. I love you, Tammy. I'm late for a date. Is that what it was? Hey, Miss Wednesday. Sorry, I missed you. Hey, Pam. So, okay, you guys, make sure you watch that, and we'll see you all tomorrow evening. It'll be like what time Central? Like 7 Central? Yep, 7 Central tomorrow night. Oh, sorry, the interview room. let me grab that really quick before I end this. Just I assume everyone knows of it. Okay, I'm gonna put that here. All right, the interview room with Chris. I don't know his last name, starts with an M. Hey, Angel. Yeah, so tonight he has a phone interview with Dawn. So tomorrow night we will be back here to discuss it all again. So ta-ta for now, everyone.
You go on a tour with Greta, maybe it's like $1 million deal.
All right, that's all. And I'm going to end it there. It's been almost 4 hours. I'll try to make the live shorter next time. Thank you all. Love you all. Most of you, probably some lurkers I can't stand. But anyway, have a good night. Adios, amigos.
Thank you.